Mm, huh. Mm, Oops. Yeah, wrong one. Wrong one. Hmm. That hurt. Ow. Wasn't supposed to, but ow. What's the bruh for? Bruh. Waiting for Mikey to come up. Because he was in my main channel earlier stream and he's like, I'll come up about 6:30. What game is it? As I'm sharing out the link. That's definitely something that my friend Sunlink would play. Oh, he's been playing the Groshi Man. No, the fuck is it called? Damn it! Now I gotta look into his Discord and his schedule. Supermarket Simulator. I don't know why I thought something else. Jesus Christ. He's been playing that. When it comes to me and Sunlink, we have both of our heads. You can't make us stop. He makes it funny. He doesn't really do like. I mean, he does do the game like it's supposed to be played, but he makes it to where like he kind of goes insane a little. Um, I don't know. They've called him like the senile monkey manager. I think it's funny. It's definitely something that he would probably play. He's played that. He's played Summer Car, or no, it's technically called My Summer Car. Um, because he's from Finland. I would have to let him know on that and see if he's interested in maybe trying that on stream. See how his brain wants to take it or how he wants to embarrass himself. The fuck? The street is not a racing street. Um, you play DayZ? Yeah, there's a lot of laptops that can't play certain games. Like, for it as an example, I can't play fucking Diablo 4, but I can play Diablo 3. How the fuck does that work? Like, excuse me. That's fucking dumb. I think it's dumb. Um, but I also play like Neverwinter. Hello. Oh, you wanna play that? My first laptop that's got a bigger screen, you know it's slow as fuck. I've had it since literally the end of the year of 2016. I can't tell you how many times that laptop, mind you, has like, surprisingly enough, it still works. How? I don't know. It's magic. Um, but it's the drive has gotten fried. It's got smacked around a couple times. It's gotten stepped on by fucking fat ass dog. Uh, it's been smacked off of a little nightstand by a cat who's a douchebag. Um. Oh yeah, definitely that. Um. It's I don't know how it still works. It's weird to me. It really is. Good. I'm glad. I'm still trying to get a desk because I fucking need one. But I did find a good one. And I did put a poll out in my Discord where no one voted. But I did also put a vote out or a poll vote in my Twitter about if I should buy a desktop. Because I feel like I should, because laptops being pain in my ass. Yeah, I found a really nice one that's like about $60. Well, technically 50, because I can get $10 off of it if I really wanted to. Oh dear God. I sent you the link there, Mikey, if you want to come up. Why did my phone do that? That's the fuck. Yeah, seems about right. Yeah, so technically, I did a surprise stream yesterday because no one knew that I was coming back to stream at all after being fucking sick with COVID. I don't even know how to explain to you of the fact that that was brutal as fuck. Okay? I felt like I got hit by a train and that I was someone's punching bag and something else. It was brutal. But guess who got it first in this house? My mother. Why? Because we were at her friend's house Wednesday and she didn't know. No one knew that she was sick. So she ended up testing positive Wednesday night, which led to Thursday morning. Shit started happening. Like, oh, cool. Lovely. So, yeah. I also posted the live link in Electric's Discord too, because why the fuck not? He's a pretty cool person as well. So, oh well. I do I know some of you have already seen these rules. Mikey has not. So I'm going to share the rules before anything else. Technically, we were at someone else's house when it happened, which I got yelled at by fucking Chelsea. Of, why did you go to the person's house when you knew that they were sick? Bitch, I didn't know they were sick. My mother didn't know they were sick. They didn't know they were sick, so fuck you. She was like, I don't even know how to explain. She's just paranoia. Something's wrong with her. So from Mikey, since my phone just had a stroke for a minute, since you haven't really been here enough to actually see these, rules, if broken, it will result as a warning, and after being warned practically about like 3 times, then it will be a ban. If you argue with us, then you get banned without warned. So the first rule is be kind and respectful towards each other in chat on the panel. And then you have number 2, that is you can joke around with each other as long as it's not offending anyone. And then number 3, please don't come into stream, chat, or panel thinking you can control the stream. Myself and the Trusty Ape and Sammy, aka 420 Atheist, because when I wrote it, for some reason my computer wrote Ashiest. Poor Sammy. Can control the stream. I still cannot believe that fucking happened. Number 4, if you come on panel, please don't read everything out loud said in the chat as the host / owner or anyone else on panel has seen the chat. This does not only apply to this channel. I've already applied it to my main channel as well, so that way everyone knows the rules. Too bad that certain somebody has done something recently. Not gonna say what, but in my opinion, I feel like they've done the right thing. But apparently they got in trouble for it. And haven't heard from them since. So I'm now really concerned. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if there's more rules, I'll probably add more, in the future. Like I said before, I've practically, addressed them on my main channel as well, since some shit has happened on my main channel very recently. Other than that, that's pretty much what I've got. Mind you, I've also been working on something on my main channel. It's fucking difficult to even talk about it. That, some people on my main channel has already noticed. Well, few people actually. Already knows what I've been doing on the main channel. Let's just say, since this has been in my head for quite a while, during COVID, for some fucking reason, that I said, you know what? Why the fuck not? If I can quit. No, the paper's right the fuck here. I'm a dumbass. Nope, that's not it. So I was correct in the spot here. Now, like I said on my main channel before, I am missing a few things that represent certain people, but I'm pretty sure someone here can easily know when I show this sketch that they will easily know what it's about before I even digitalize it. So that's what I've been working on. I am gonna digitalize it. It's just gotta take me a while. Cause fucking hell. So there's that as well. Fuck. Never thought that that would ever pop in my head to draw at all. So it's like I can't tell you of how hard it actually was to draw certain things, trying to hide something, and it's like, no. I swear when I started it yesterday, because I don't have vents in this room, don't have windows open, didn't even have my window air conditioner thing turned on at all, that something was here beside me, and it happened again today. So I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm gonna assume it's one of those people on a list that I drew about. Just gotta keep it on that. Not gonna go any further. Oh dear God. Huh? What do you mean? I'm confused. What link? Okay, now I'm extremely lost of what the fuck happened. Cause I sent you the StreamYard link in Facebook. Oh. Well, so what does that have to do with here? You know I've been sending you the StreamYard link through Facebook. So I'm like so confused as to fuck. Although I haven't used StreamYard since I don't fucking know the last time. Okay. That's why I was like, huh? What do you mean? Because I have it posted any StreamYard link in the side chat. That's why I had to ask of what you meant by that. Dear God. Also, you're gonna have to excuse me half of the time, because for one thing, I am on still medicine for being fucking sick. Therefore, my chest is still like, halfway there, kind of there. But also, um, the episode we're gonna be reviewing has to do with dolls. God love you, Steve and Megan, for being able to create the fucking episode for one thing. I know one of you, or possibly both of you, that hate fucking dolls. I can't create an episode of something that I really hate. But also, it's like, why? Just why? And I asked a question in the last stream, Steve. I don't know if you've seen it, but oh, okay, that makes sense. For one thing. Second of all, in the last stream, you said something about your brother. And I've been trying to get an answer about that, because I'm like, still confused on that. When you did, I think it was. I already forgot the fucking episode it was, but yeah. But I did hear the bloop.
Whoa, that was fast. Wow, thank you. No, if I may, uh,
Mhm.
my friend Silver, I'll try to explain what I mean. Yesterday was a great birthday stream we had. I had planned it for a couple weeks, so it was a birthday live stream, and everything went fine for a while. And then we had this one person. His name was Denny Dump Truck, and he was trying. I think he was trying to get into the stream. Somehow he got into our chat, but he was. I think he was going to try to get into the panel. We weren't going to let him because one of the people. I won't say his name because I want to keep his privacy for now. But one of my friends who I had just made up with, um, and he is a standard mod. He told me that the history of this person was only a couple weeks, no content, nothing there. Those people we consider internet trolls, and this internet troll somehow got into my chat, even after this was the craziest thing. Even after I had made my stream twice, I had to go back into YouTube and made my stream subscribers only, right? So I said, you need to be a subscriber for at least 45 minutes and you need to have content. And I even stress that. But according to what YouTube does, when you say they need to be subscribers, that's really it. I guess if you don't have content, but if you want to subscribe to somebody's channel, you have to subscribe and then wait 45 minutes. And then
Yeah.
once the 45 minutes is up, then they go talk in the chat. But see, what's happening nowadays is these internet trolls, most of them are circumventing your subscriber only stipulation, and they're going in there and showing up, just showing up. And I mean, when you look at this person, they're not a part of your community, right? They're not already a part of your subscribers list, right? The people that have subscribed to your channels. So you have to do something. So I was taught one of my best friends, Raquel, said ban them. Just if you're not sure, don't take a risk. Just ban them. So that's what I did. I just went ahead and banned them. But any of my moderators can do that. I even do have managing moderators right above them. And if I say, hey, it's okay. If this is a person you don't recognize and you're worried about our as a channel being a moderator, get rid of them, ban them outright. Yeah, just
Right.
do that. That's what I meant by that. That's why I said when you do send me through Facebook Messenger, that's
Right.
fantastic because we're only friends that way, right? We do trust each other on YouTube already, but when we're friends in Facebook, that's for real. That's, you're my sister, I'm your
Mhm.
brother, blah, blah, blah. And that's important. So what I meant in there was in the chat there for a minute was that from now on, after what happened yesterday, I will no longer do post the StreamYard, pin it at the top. I won't do that
Right.
anymore. I won't do that anymore. Because I will keep my I will keep our Mikey's Who Sport channel as subscribers only. That will stay, right?
Right.
But from now on, when I decide to do a live stream of any kind, I'm going to have just a select few, like yourself, like Raquel, like Moira, people I trust and I talk to that I communicate with on Facebook. And those are the only people that I'm going to trust. So I'm just going to
Right.
let people know that from now on. Yeah. That's what I meant by that. So,
Yeah, because at first I thought you were saying for only this
oh,
channel. I
your
was like,
your microphone's going bleh,
fucking course StreamYard.
Capucci.
No, it's StreamYard and I have a love and hate relationship.
uh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they do too with us. I mean, I say, you knew about my other previous POS, from last year, and I found out that computer was 15 years old when I got it. Nobody told me that. They said, "Oh, it's a used computer." Well, I knew that much, and I said, "But how old is this freaking thing?" And then they said, "Oh, I don't know." And then, I had a good friend of my wife, Suzanne. His name's Scotty. He's another Scotty. He went and checked it. We checked on it. I checked on it, and it was 15 freaking years old. I'm like, well, no wonder the damn computer. It used to be an old work computer, right, for business,
Right.
for a business office. And I found, like I said, I found two Trojan viruses on that motherfucker. And I was like, "Ugh, I need to get rid of this thing, obviously." So I just, so what I did is I went in and somehow managed to reset it back to factory settings. And then
Mhm.
the viruses, I automatically just eradicated them. I just destroyed the computer, threw it down a shaft. We have this, garbage shaft. I just put it in, bags and
Oh.
everything, parts of it, and just threw it away. That's what I did. Just destroyed the whole thing. So, well, that's what my dad said to do. My dad at one time had a terrible, crappy computer himself. And to make sure that nobody got a hold of it, he literally took the hard drive out and
Mm.
destroyed it. Then what he did is he cut these wires so that nobody can use the computer anymore. Power
Fair
wires and
enough.
things like that.
Fair
So
enough.
nobody can use it. Yeah. So he made sure
Mhm.
nobody got a hold of the memory. Yeah. So
Damn.
that's what I did. I did that to my last computer. It was a piece of crap.
I'm like stalling with the fact I don't want to watch this because I hate fucking dolls so
Right?
much.
Right. And hello Beyond the Shadows. And like I said, hello Steve and I know
Oh,
Megan's working. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he told
so
me.
yeah, Beyond the Shadows is our new channel name.
That's right. Yeah. Beyond the Shadows. Yeah, I
Yep.
like that. No,
Thanks
I
for
like that.
sitting
That's
on that.
yeah. Yeah, what's this I like you said, I just got up here. So um well, I'll tell you this much. We have at least two dolls in our apartment that are definitely possessed. And one of them is a Santa Claus elf. It's a
Oh,
little elf
fuck
figurine.
that.
I kid you not, a self figurine every year for Christmas that we've had it moves around the apartment. Can't explain it. I don't know what it is.
It's like, is it Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah, it's Elf on the Shelf. It's up here. It sits up
Yeah.
here. It moves. That sucker
Oh yeah.
moves.
Oh yeah.
Right? You seen it then? Oh, I
It's
said
okay.
I can't.
So
For the life of me,
It
I can't
really
explain
is
it.
hard to explain because one of
Yeah.
my old friends, not gonna name who the fuck they are, they can correct themselves. Um, is that basically
Mm,
she moved to a whole different state with her boyfriend, whatever. She stayed with her boyfriend and his family for a bit. They had a little girl who loved, Christmas and all that
mm,
schnaz. Well,
yeah.
she was there for around the Christmas time.
Oh wow.
So they brought out the elf on the shelf.
On a shelf.
And I shit you not, I was actually in the Discord call a few times when she would be literally talking to me about it, and like literally it actually does move on its own. I'm like, fuck
Oh,
that.
oh crap. Yeah, I mean, so that's what we. So if he's moving around, he's in here. He's in our back walk-in closet, and he's locked away. He can't get out. And we've got a big, an old dryer that we have in front of it. So there's no way this little thing's gonna move that door and open up and come in here, and move that dryer. So yeah, no, no. And I told Suzanne, I said, no, don't let him out again. He stays back in there. We don't let him out. No. We're
Just
good with
lock him up in like a little freaking thing, like a cell almost.
exactly just tie him up and just say, that's yeah, F you, go back there and you stay in there.
You're
You're not
arrested.
coming
You
out at
should
all.
stay in the cell.
Yeah, you're not
Poor
coming out at
fucker.
all. Yeah,
Oh
the other doll
god.
we have, yeah, the other doll that we have is a flamingo. It's really weird. It's a stuffed flamingo. I call him Freddy. He's Freddy the Flamingo, like Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Freddy the Flamingo gives us the weirdest looks. Like every time I bring him out, I I swear to God, he's looking all over this apartment. Like he's just staring at her while she sleeps. She stares at me. It stares at
Oh,
me,
hell
stares at my
no.
cats. Yeah, just kind of it's subtle. Its head, its flamingo head, kind of goes and like this, because they're long. They got like a long neck thing, and it's a big, huge,
Uh-huh.
like I said, stuffed flamingo, and it just goes like this. And I'm like, oh crap, that thing is alive. I mean, that thing's possessed, and it's just going like that. And I can't live with that. I'm like, oh, he's right
Freak.
there. Now that I'm saying he's right over there. Freddie, I didn't mean to. Okay, I that was just the thing, okay? You don't need to keep looking at me that way. No, I swear, it's like it's looking into your
Is he
very
actually looking at you right
that it's right there. It's over here. I'm
now?
pointing. It's where he is. Freddy the Flamingo.
I
Yeah.
don't
And you
know
know
how
what?
people can even have that. Oh,
No, I don't know. Well, you know what's so weird is at one time, and this is true, okay? One time
mm,
I thought I lost him. Because I had him in my apartment back when I was living in, Scottsdale, Arizona. My last
mhm.
place before I moved here was Suzanne, and he was there. And then for some odd reason, after we moved out a lot of shit and came up here to move here, and then we were in California and we gave away a lot. I gave away a lot of stuff. She did also to charity, right? And we thought
Right.
Freddie was part of it. Well, then one day we're going through stuff in the boxes over here and stuff. He's in it. Freddie is in the box. So I swear, I thought I got rid of him and other stuff, and he's in the freaking box, just sitting there, just like he's standing right now, sitting on a thing.
That's fucking terrifying.
Right? And I don't see, and I don't like pissing this guy off. Freddie is cool when he wants to be cool, but when he starts to get little antsy, you can see that neck. I swear, it moves around and his eyes move around. Right now, he's got his
I
eyes
bet,
covered by his plumage up there.
I
You know what?
bet you, I can
See?
picture.
Okay. Hold on. Just a second. Just
Okay,
hold on.
okay.
I'll just
Oh
show them to you.
god.
Whoa! Hey! But dude, what were you doing? He just He just threw shit on the floor. Oh, come on. No, I mean, like, he threw
He's
on
like,
the.
what the fuck are you talking about me? Fuck you.
No, no, I'm not messing around with you. This is the truth about this guy. I just had
Oh,
all this
dear
stuff up here,
God.
and he just threw it on the ground with me. Okay, true. Oh, Lordy Almighty. Okay, so this. Okay, so this is the Freddie Flamingo. This is him. I can hold him
Okay.
by his neck. I can hold him by his neck because he goes. See, but look. I mean, gee willikers, look at this guy. Look, when you pull back his plumage. Look at that. Those
Oh,
eyes move. Kid you not. Those eyes move, and his neck moves. Yeah, in certain places. If he sits in certain places in this apartment, I told you we have at least three spirits we know of that she knows of.
right.
Because Suzanne is more attuned to them than I am. I can actually feel them. Um, no, she can feel them. I can sense them, but I know she can feel them, so she knows they're around. The cats, Moon Pie and Deja Vu, they know. They've seen them. They've seen them float around and shit. But with Freddie here, it's like the only place I can put him is near where our hats and caps and things are. Because then he
Mm.
stays in one place. He doesn't move. But if you put him on the shelf, the same place where we had the elf on the shelf, he's watching everything. He goes like this and moves around on the shelf. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
this
really
guy,
unsettling.
this guy is possessed. He is. If
Hello,
if you put him in a certain
possessed.
place, he gets possessed by a certain spirit in this room and looks around,
Yeah,
staring around, doing all this stuff. So yeah, I'm not lying about this. This guy is
yeah.
yeah, he's some freaky shit. I'm telling you. Here, Freddie, just stay right there for now. Okay.
It's so mad weird, right? Because so even with the friend I was talking about,
Yeah.
who should not be named,
Okay.
um, one day, right? Her, me, and my friend Plaid, um, were in a Discord call with her. She had her camera on and everything. She was like by herself. So she left to go do something with laundry, and I shit you not, ever since she left that room, the spirits on the spirit box like talked mad ass shit about her. They didn't like her. They were trying to scare her like out or whatever. Well, I don't know if it was if she said anything or if Plaid said something. Plaid, I think, actually asked a question, and but the way he asked the question was like not serious enough. But
Right.
it was like the spirits just laughed, and so we were able to have like a little bit of a good conversation with them. Because he said something about Jess, and the fucking spirits just laughed their asses off. I was like, the
Oh wow.
fuck? He made a joke, and they
Oh
laughed
my.
at the joke. I was dead. I was like, that's fucking weird. Um,
He says the reaction video's up now.
ah,
Oh, I'm sure you read that already.
yep. Um, oh, speaking of like experiences and everything, not everyone knows this. Now Steve is gonna know this. Um, I've been writing a book for about a year,
Oh good.
and this book has to do with experiences and other things about paranormal,
Yeah.
practically.
Hmm.
So it's got like stories of like you know technically since I was like a little kid up to like whatever. Um, not for every year because like some things I guess doesn't really has. Oh my god! Hello, no, you did not. Now I'm gonna have you, if you can, I'm gonna try to get your Australian ass on this fucking panel, damn it.
All right.
Cause I can't tell you how many times I've been trying to get his ass on panel. Especially on the main channel.
I mean, Sammy? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it hasn't come yet, Sam.
Yep, no, we've been literally just talking about creepy ass dolls and shit before the actual
Yeah,
video
yeah,
itself.
like I said, um, as I said, for us, for Suzanne and I, we do have two that we know of. The one I just showed you, the one back here in the walk-in closet, we don't talk about. Even when it comes to Christmas, I don't even want to let that sucker out. There's no way. Yeah, the elf on the shelf. Um, yeah, Steve said that he hates dolls too.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Which I'm gonna
oh, yeah,
assume that Megan chose this topic for him.
right, right. Oh, okay.
Aw.
Sammy just got to work. Okay.
Oh, he saw
Um,
the creepy flamingo though.
oh, he did? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he sure
Whoa,
did.
hey, Freddy, don't die. There you go. See, Freddy the Flamingo. This is him. Oh, you know what? I need to tear this thing off. Sorry, Freddy. There we go. This thing bugs the hell out of me. Okay, there we go.
Yes, he does.
So there's Freddy.
Fucking terrifying.
Now look at that, right? I only touched this once, and look at that. Already he has the muff.
He's already like
Stayed
fucking
that way,
stunned.
and it
I like
stayed
that.
that way. I'm like, I only just moved it a little bit so you can see his eyes and whatever. He hasn't brought it down since. So you explain that to me. I don't know how it's staying up like that. And he's just looking. What?
I'm not too
Why do you got
surprised about that they're saying. I have a load of visitor now again. I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
I don't know. I cannot tell. But yeah, so this is a book of Silver's paranormal experiences and dreams. So, and
And you've been
little
writing
life
it for a
lessons.
year? Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I've
many
been
pages?
on and off.
How many pages do
Uh,
you have so far?
I've got, or I'm into 5 chapters right now.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, like I said, it's like I'm
Can
on and off on it, so it's yeah.
can I trust you to sit on the Holy Bible and not move? Just
I
sit on the
good
Bible
question.
here. Yeah.
No, I'm being touched by this visitor, Sammy, and I don't know who it is, but I feel like it's a child. Don't know which child though, because the only child I know of is my sidekick Courtney, or Adam, or Little Miss Adeline Rose.
Yeah.
It will take probably for like 100 fucking years.
Touched.
Yes. Meaning like I don't know. I don't know if it's trying to sit in my lap or something.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, Sammy, we discussed that already. He's back over here in our uh walk-in closet in our apartment. He's locked away, elf on the shelf. Yeah, he was creeping us out. And that's not easy to do to Suzanne. She does not scare easily. But when you start seeing him actually move on the shelf and he's doing stuff, yeah, no, 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 no. You know what? Here's one. I'll tell this real quick story, if you don't mind,
Mhm.
Silver. So one Christmas last year, for Christmas last year, um, we get these visits. The visit each year. We think it's Saint Nick. We think so. It could be the spirit of Saint Nick. We don't know for sure. But I know that when we get a visit like that every year, right around Christmas time, right around Christmas Day, or overnight or whatever, the elf on the shelf starts moving, like even
Mm.
more and more so. So it detects that there are other spirits like it that are there. It can tell what's moving and what's coming. The girls freak out. They jump immediately right on the bed and stay with us, even closer than normal. So yeah, oh yeah, it's freaky around here. Yeah. So, oh, the spirit box. I wanted to ask you. I
Mm.
wanted the video that you had a spirit box before, Silver. Is
Mhm.
your apartment also haunted? or the new place that you guys are living in?
I don't know exactly. Like, I know something is here, and it
Mhm.
has like a temper tantrum or something.
Mm.
I don't know if it's like, I just don't know what it is yet. But when I did the spirit box or whatever, all I got was gibberish.
Gibberish? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish we had a spirit box ourselves here so we can actually ask the spirit, hey, why do you throw things at my wife every once in a while? Why do you throw things at me? Why do you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that? No, 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 we do have one like that. Like I said, there are three we know of that are in this apartment just floating around in different places. And yeah, very interesting, right, Sammy? Um, and one of them likes to play. Now, whether or not it's a mischief thing or if it's a real thing that they're aggressive or something, I don't know. Poltergeist of some kind, I'm not sure. But all I know is that whatever the spirit does, every once in a while it'll throw something off the shelf. In fact, the other day it threw three of our pictures right off the wall. Solid pictures that are up there, and just went boom, boom, boom. They all came off while she was
yeah.
standing over there. Yeah, one of them could have hit her upside the head and knocked her out or something. So what does that say? I, I don't know.
I don't
I know it
know.
scares the shit out of me. That's for sure. Jesus.
I mean, like you. Okay, y'all should have been here earlier in my main channel. That
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if the noise was coming from outside,
Hmm.
uh, from upstairs or from like my mom's room.
Right.
I said something about Adam. Now, I know some of you might not know who Adam is.
I don't know.
I don't think Steve probably remembers unless I say something. Um, that I heard a loud ass noise, and I was like, I don't like that because sh- Adam basically had a okay. Adam had a like a little creepy clown music doll looking thing.
Oh,
Um,
yikes.
it's been in its box for God knows how long, but it's like I don't. I'm like ever since I said something about it, because I was trying to draw something to represent him in my drawing. Which
Yeah.
Sammy, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that later. Um, but it's like I I don't even know what that sound was because the sound happened twice, and I'm like,
uh,
what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
So I'm fucking dead. She likes it. Oh, fucking
Oh, Sammy. Oh, Sammy. Oh,
yeah. Sammy, I'm gonna probably actually just send you a photo or something real quick.
yeah. But I mean, where they live, but where Steve and Megan live, do they have incidences with spirit, with spirits or
I've
possessed items
heard
or objects?
from them that they have. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, right, they're in Utah somewhere, right? So I guess that
Well,
kind of would make sense.
I mean, it's not even just that, but it's like whatever it is. I guess came to a new home, but it's like it's nothing bad.
Right.
Aw,
Yeah,
Sammy.
I love all your streams too, guys. Steve, you and Megan are a perfect couple. You truly are. You're good to each other. Yeah, perfect for each other.
I can't tell you last time though. That was fucking funny. Steve threw Megan under the bus a few times, and then she ended up throwing him under the bus back. And he
What?
said something to her, and she was like, "Motherfucker, what?" But
What?
it was just the look that she gave him, like, oh, he's gonna get
Hey,
smacked.
hey, Steve, she's working. She can't defend herself, okay? Wait till she comes home from work and then she can defend her ass, okay? That's what she's supposed to do. That's why she loves you. Yeah,
Oh my
right.
god.
That's what I'm
Sam.
saying. That's that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
come on.
fucking dead.
Yes. Oh boy. Um, yes, that's hard to say that you've been haunted by. Yeah. Steve. Well,
Like I
there's
said,
a
it
lot of
was
past
by
lives.
nothing bad though, so.
No, nothing too bad, but I mean, there's a lot of passed away souls
Okay.
in those states, both in Arizona and Utah. I swear to you, dude. I mean, those places are haunted. I'm not kidding. There's a lot of haunted
Oh, I
places.
know. I was reading Steve's comment. That's why I made the face. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been literally stalling the entire time.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
so I know. I know, Steve. Yeah. No, Silver has told me. But
Yeah.
you moved there, right, for a better did they move there for a better life? Is that what they did? More space?
I don't
I
know. No,
You don't have to say to
no,
me.
the
You
fuck
don't have to tell me. If that's a secret, that's fine, but yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
No,
see,
you
man.
both of you, I gotta say, both of you did a really awesome job in that Jerome Grand Hotel. That place is certainly haunted. I mean, there's no question. You walk in there and you feel very uneasy. That's what it was like. Suzanne and I, we one time we went in there together. It was completely. We felt like, yeah, there's a lot of electricity in the air. It's a lot of psychic. I guess you call it like psychic energy. Uh,
Mm.
a lot of people. It's kind of weird because a lot of people don't pick up on it right away when they're there. Um, but I'm telling you, it's so weird because we go there the one and only time. Oh, and by the way, my mother calls out of nowhere and says, "Oh, did you forget about the Native Americans that have died there? You know, over 1,000 in
Right.
natives, of Arizona." And I'm like, tribes, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I was like, yeah, so
Yeah,
weird,
I
yeah.
think I do actually, in fact, have a little child sitting in my lap because I put my hand over the paper of the drawing and whatever or whoever it is put their hand on top of my hand.
Uh-oh, you felt another hand? Whoa!
No, the same
Oh,
hand.
the same
So,
hand.
like, whatever it is has their hand on
Hey,
top of mine on
yeah,
the.
what spirit is tipping your background behind you? It's tipped. It's like doing.
Oh no, it's how my
Oh, the
thing is.
camera. Okay, sorry.
Technically, it's not really actually taped. It's
Okay,
just that it works on the
like it
camera.
was at an angle. It's starting to go by itself.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, I don't see it moving though. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, where are my cats? Damn it! Oh, there's one over there.
Do you
They
want me to
play in
share
different
this
places.
audio, or should I mute myself to listen to this audio there, Steve?
Well, he says he has the reaction video already up. So
Well, no, I said audio because he sent
oh,
me a
audio. Oh,
video thing.
right. All right.
I thought you were background tits as well. Yeah, no, it's
Right,
just
Sammy?
how it is. Oh, I should probably not do that.
Yeah.
I'm from Massachusetts, but I've lived in Florida for a really long time. I met Megan in Florida. We stayed down there for about 12 years and then we moved out to Utah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Steve.
I guess I just wanted to make it clear. I already knew.
Yeah.
Which makes
Well,
sense.
the basic, like I said, the basic way that Suzanne and I met, long story short, is we first met online and then we started talking over the phone. And I proposed to her in 2014 over the phone. and she was bawling her eyes out. And my mother couldn't get a hold of us for 6 hours because we just kept talking and talking, making our future plans. And I said I would come visit her, so I did. I visited her twice up here in Toronto. We went to Niagara Falls and got married there. And
But
then, because I know my parents never watch YouTube, so I can say it, and they will never watch this. Then we came back. Well, I came back after September of 2015, and I said I want her to come down here and visit my folks. So she came down, and I said, you know what? I think we should get married because it took her a really long time with a lot of, red tape, a lot of paperwork. So we went to a local courthouse and we got married, and that's how we got married there in Arizona with our marriages on record there. Then we flew back, or then she flew back, or no, she stayed with me, and then we drove back. So then we went in or I'm sorry, August of 2017. That's when we officially drove back. I took a rental van. We dropped off a lot of crap, you know, old stuff we had, to make a new
mm,
life for ourselves, and dropped off a lot of stuff in California. And then we moved back up here, and the rest is history. We've been living here now for 7 years since September of 2017. And she's originally from Newfoundland, and I'm originally from California. So she's a native Canadian, and I was lived in the Bay Area, then moved to Arizona, lived in a couple other places, and then I stayed in Arizona until she and I found each other. So yeah, I've
yeah,
been
I
through.
don't know if my phone's trying to have a stroke or not, but whatever you're trying to send me, Steve, it's still trying to download. My phone's like, I don't know what it is, but my phone's like, not,
Yeah.
not tonight. Damn. Um. Oh no, never mind. It was another recording. That's why my phone decided to have a stroke. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Sammy,
gonna.
that's because I have a
Yeah.
fantastic microphone.
Oh yeah, you do have a good microphone.
I
See, now
do.
mine is built into this computer, so and I had to get it reinstalled because for whatever dang reason, the app went away. Something I did. It's a terrible thing I have with electric items. I can bring down computers, I can bring down whole cities, I can bring down an entire subway system network. I've done all that for whatever reason.
Right.
I don't know. Electricity does is not my friend. It's not
No,
my
it's
friend.
not a lot of people's friends,
No,
unfortunately.
for me, it's definitely true.
You
Um,
were
what was
degenerates.
I going to say?
Then
Oh, I
you
remember.
moved to
I'm
the
gonna check
east
something. I'm still here
shore
with you, but I'm gonna
of
check on something because
Yep.
I think
their
Gorilla's
home
doing
over a
and I
decade.
want to just check in on his podcast here real quick. He's doing a special emergency broadcast for a friend of ours.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be listening
The change was
both to
needed.
this and to
We
that
wanted
at the
to
same
move
time.
out west.
Just gonna
Eventually,
try
to
his.
relocate to the beautiful state of Montana. Big sky, we hope, one day. Yeah, no, it's a story. There's no real reason we moved out here. We just thought it looked nice and we had an opportunity to come out here, so we did. I met Megan because we were both drug addicts when we were younger and we had to attend Narcotics Anonymous. And I met her at a dance and I got her pregnant. And good thing it worked out.
Okay, I don't know what the hell is up with that voice there, sir. It sounded like you were trying to sound like fucking what's his face? Nuke 5 or where the hell his name is. Just like, what the fuck is he doing? Narrating?
It sounds like
Um,
he's narrating. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta. Oh, Sammy, you really want to do this? You're killing me here. We've been like stalling for almost an hour because I hate dolls.
Yeah, right.
Fuck. Oh,
Uh, well,
God.
okay. So, yeah. So I've got him. I have him on my other tab. He's not doing
Alright.
anything right now. So, yeah. But
I'm
I
gonna
won't be
share
here. No,
the
I'll be here with you.
screen.
But I just want to keep his tab going as well. So in case he's doing something. All right. Island of the Dead Dolls. Oh,
Fucking Steve says it's not that bad, I promise. Says the
it's
person who
that guy
also
who runs,
hates dolls.
it's that guy that runs these dolls heads and things on an island outside of in Mexico, right? Is that the guy?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I
Fucking
heard something behind me.
Damn you, Sammy.
Freddie, don't do that. Oh, jeez. All I
See
need to
what you've done? You talked about him, now he's mad at you.
He is mad at me. Oh my God, he's leaning his head again. But
Oh,
Freddie,
fuck
lay
that.
it down
Nope.
there, man. Don't move.
No.
I
Like I
swear.
said to a lot of people, if a fucking doll tries to run at me with a fucking knife, either I'll kick it across the
Oh,
fucking room.
that was the other doll I forgot to mention. We have a clown that sings just out of nowhere.
Oh, hell nah.
Uh-huh.
I'll
Yeah,
punch that
we have
thing.
3 of them. Oh, that's what that's what you said.
I'll
Yeah,
punch.
no way.
Fuck no. Alright, I guess
Yeah, it
let's
goes,
do
sings and
this.
moves and says it's a small world after all is what the clown does. Yeah, it's in there too. Yeah, it's in there with the elf.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
the elf on the shelf. Yeah, right. Scary as hell.
Drug
Uh,
me before that thing comes out.
yeah, right.
Fucking-
If that thing appears on my screen and I freak out, don't blame me. I might leave. I might be fighting off a demon. I don't know. We'll see. Freddie, stop. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Fuck
Silver.
the porcelain dolls too.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness we don't own him. Wow.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to For the Booze.
For the Booze.
That's right.
I'm looking.
For the Booze.
I'm trying to find the stories that I missed last week
Hi, friends. How are we?
because I'm bad.
Hope everybody's good.
I'm never going to be good at this.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
It's a shame. Why do we do that?
Typical
I
Floridian
don't know why I do
woman.
this.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Well, it all started way back when.
There's copper in them there hills.
Oh, there's copper in them there hills.
Come on now.
What?
Not you.
Oh,
This thing. I got to learn how to use YouTube Live. So I'm going to start this off with, I want to read what somebody wrote about the Jerome.
ooh. The Jerome Hotel.
Yeah.
That was a good one. It was such a good episode.
Or no,
What's
sorry.
awesome.
This is, we will get to that one. This one actually just came in yesterday. And this was on the Haunting in Connecticut one.
Oh.
And it says, I was at the house about 3 weeks ago. As soon as I got out of the car and walked towards the house, a strong smell of embalming hit me. I've been in morgues before. That distinctive smell bodies have is something that you will never forget. I came back to tell people who were waiting for me in the car about the smell, and the strong odor hit all the way to the car. They smelled it too. It was freaky. I've experienced a lot of paranormal activity my entire life, and I can definitely say the energies there are strong. I went to the Amityville home as well, but there's something more darker in the Connecticut house.
Ew.
So I thought that was
Body smells.
I thought that was pretty interesting because
Wow.
I don't know, like maybe we're wrong. Maybe it is really haunted. Maybe
Maybe.
there is really
But that's
something
crazy
going
too,
on
because there's no claims of that, like, that we could find for our episodes. So it's interesting that there's, a different claim for the place. That's super cool.
One of the other comments I had gotten, I believe, was on TikTok, and I'm not going through TikTok to find it, but maybe I'll screenshot it some other time so I'm not doom scrolling through TikTok in the middle of a podcast. So the next one is all the way back to the Byberry episode.
Ooh, that was such a good
And
one.
it
I
comes-
loved that one.
It comes all the way in from Jen, the top tier Kim.
Jen,
Yeah.
yay. We love our Patreon people.
So Jen Kim wrote, "Hi guys, I'm commenting today because I just found your channel and I would like to tell you how great your content is. Yeah, the other reason is I know Byberry and just wanted to share my knowledge, so this might be a slightly long comment. Anyway, I lived on the main line, a part of the surrounding Philly area from about 2005 to 2020, and was a paranormal investigator from about 06 onwards. So firstly, you could not investigate Byberry at all. We tried. We were told they did not want that kind of stigma and they were building condos, so it was going to be torn down anyways. I would drive by every now and again, avoiding highways, cutting through neighborhoods and such. Standstill traffic, never got on Highway 70 or never get on Highway 76 if you're ever in Philly. Last I saw, there was still a construction fence complete with barbed wire on top for the looters and explorers that you spoke of. The last I remember going by there was probably 2015 to 2017. Somewhere in there would be my guess. It's been a minute, and last I heard, construction still hadn't started, though I think last time I went by, the demo had, because I remember thinking, well, that's that. But for a while, all they had done was fence it off. This place has been a local celebrity, seems the wrong word, but probably most apt for the paranormal community in Philly, and a local legend to many who are not. I asked many people who were longtime residents in the area that had become friends over the years. Most just had a blanket statement like, that place is spooky or nasty or whatever, except for two friends from different circles, and neither were involved with ghost hunting. A friend who lived in the Northeast, a part of the outskirts of Philly, said you could still hear screams coming from the property from time to time. And when it was operational on hot summer days, you could smell the stench of the places you passed by. Another guy told me when the place was closed, they sent all the patients that were still left out the front gate and locked it behind them, turning them loose to wreak havoc on the neighborhood for days until the police could round them all up. Sorry this went on, but when you said something about people having possible ghost hunts there, I was like, okay, gotta stop the vid and comment. LOL, trust me, we tried. That place had the worst reputation locally in that it made the other local asylum, Penhurst, seem like Club Med. Thanks for covering this. Nobody ever does because it can't be investigated, and that's a shame. Have a good night, and I look forward to more videos from you. Now back to the video. She stopped the video to comment.
Yeah, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing that.
And
That's
took me forever to bring it up because YouTube clearly did not want me to read it.
well, it's such a different like aspect too than what we found, because she like lived there. She drove by it,
Yeah.
like it. That's really, really, really
The only
cool.
comments I've seen from people like,
Sammy, what happened? What did you do? What?
I'm just kind of reading what he's saying, and
Yeah, on my phone it said that for some reason that last comment that Steve posted,
yeah,
Sammy did something, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
huh,
I'm wondering if he accidentally misclicked,
I don't know.
which happens likely.
But I was, but listening to this, I was pleasantly surprised. I was happy that they really thought the Jerome Grand Hotel mystery is viable, and Megan genuinely loved it, and I know that Steve enjoyed it too. It's still very haunted to this day, it really is, and I don't, to be honest, I don't know how people want to spend a night in there, much less like go near it. I don't understand. I know it's an attraction for the town, uh, and it means a lot to the town to have it available, but I don't know, man. You
Yeah,
couldn't pay me to stay there. Mm-mm, no. So,
Right. I'll send you a screenshot of what I meant, Steve. Because this is what showed up on my phone. I was like, huh?
huh? Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
it said something that like his message or some shit got deleted by someone. I'm like, what happened? So yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but alright. Guess let's continue with this.
Yeah, sure.
I can read those as they're easier than sifting through TikTok stuff. But the consensus is it was a bad place, and people generally stayed away from there because it was so bad.
Right.
Even in its demolition or falling apart stages, nobody wanted anything to do with it. But this week we're gonna do a pretty famous one that you asked me to do. I feel like you wanted me to do it because I wasn't gonna be able to pronounce anything.
No.
We are going to travel to Mexico City, to a place that I feel was probably famous before, but became more pop culturally famous because of Zach Baggins. And we're going to visit a place that has two different names that I've seen, the Island of the Dolls, or more aptly named, the Island of the Dead Dolls.
Ooh.
Now, I really thought because of how popular this place was, there would be more.
There wasn't?
I have no idea how this place is as famous as it is, but has such little to the story.
Wow. Really?
It's I've run into this problem before where I can find lots of websites talking about it. The problem is they're all just copy, paste, and repeating each other.
Right.
And
So
that's
it's kind of the same exact story over and over.
Yes.
And you can't find all the other pieces to fit in.
Yeah, so I pulled every
Things
little
do it.
thing that I
It's
could from
literally thrown
everywhere
at
that
me
I
by this
read.
guy.
So if I did my best to try to make this sound like one complete story, but if it jumps around a little bit, I really did my best. This could have been a 10-minute episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
No
Weird.
way.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Mm.
So I had to really dig deep for this one.
Sorry.
You said
Fucking StreamYard. Work with me, damn it.
Yeah, StreamYard's not
Saw
working.
that. Fucking.
Now, if they mention something in Spanish, if they have a hard time pronouncing it, I'll do my best because I took a lot of Spanish classes and things, and pronunciation and reading. So if you don't mind, I'll try to pronounce whatever they try to in the podcast. That island is actually very close to Mexico City itself. It's not too far from Teotihuacan, which is a Mayan or Aztec, one of the two, pyramid, which is close to it. And a lot of the spirits that have inhabited the dolls that this one collector, this one Mexican farmer guy said he was supposed to collect them. And he's collected them over the years. And that's why and it's on a set little place, a little island. And that's why they call it the Island of the Dead Dolls, is because the dolls are possessed. Every one of them has their own history, their background story. And like I said, the farmer was told basically in dreams or nightmares, whichever one you want to call it, to bring these dolls to this island to inhabit it and do all this stuff. So, yeah, I have read, and I've seen some of the background on it. Some of these mystery shows have done it too. So, paranormal stuff.
Yes.
I know, right? Freaky.
I really enjoyed that
And-
one. Even though I said I didn't believe in it, I think the story was great.
And if anyone who just listens on podcast wants to go over to YouTube, My husband, this man right here,
Who?
put like 30 hours into editing, and there are news
Don't
clips.
talk about your husband. What if he comes home while I'm sitting here?
There's so much to that video, and it is absolutely amazing.
It's a fun one to watch.
It really
Because
is.
there's the visual aid of it, in my opinion, and not just because I make them, but
Yeah.
it makes it better because
Oh, absolutely.
you're not just like if I find articles or pictures, videos, like I put them in.
Of the actual places, people
Yeah.
that we talk about, like it's in there and you get to see it.
Like my favorite part of last week's video wasn't even about the video. It was about the things that happened in 1986.
Mhm.
And like the only way you really get to experience that, I mean, you can listen to it on the podcast, but it's better if you watch it.
It is.
It is.
It really is.
Sad though. But we're going to start this Island of the Dead Dolls.
Okay. Let's
And
do
we're going to
it.
get into this. There's going, and Spanish listeners, I'm so sorry. I'm going to do my best. I do not speak your language, and I'm going to try. So I apologize. Now, if you've ever seen the horror movie Child's Play, then you've probably never looked at dolls the same way again. While dolls can feel creepy to those who watch horror films like this, most people don't worry that a doll is actually going to harm them. However, a few people have an intense and irrational fear of dolls. This fear, called pediophobia, can be triggered by popular culture, horror movies, or another traumatic event, even loosely related to dolls.
Wow.
A fear of dolls, or pediophobia, is considered an anxiety disorder known as the specific phobia. Pediophobia is a type of automatonophobia. Yep, sure, why not?
That was a big word.
Which is a fear of inanimate objects that appear human, or a fear of anything that simulates a real human being. So it's kind of like clowns, like people's fear of clowns.
I get that one.
Well, I get this one. So that's another part of this, right? I had to look up nothing but dolls.
Yay.
That's all right. We got clown stuff coming.
No.
The word pediophobia comes from the Greek word paidion. I'm not Greek either, so I don't speak that one, which means little child. People with pediophobia fear interaction with dolls or other inanimate objects. Even just seeing a human-like object may cause severe panic. The reaction and response can vary significantly from person to person. Now, inanimate objects can include dolls or anything else that appears human-like, including ventriloquist dummies, wax museum statues, humanoid robots, department store mannequins, and animatronics or motorized puppets typically found in theme parks.
Wow. I do have to say that like wax museums and like animatronics
weird
make me feel weird.
I don't
like,
mind the animatronics so much. Like, you know, I my brain automatically goes to the Hall of Presidents.
Right.
You know, for anybody who's ever been to Disney or Orlando. Do they have that one in
I don't
California?
think they have it. I don't
I
know.
gotta step away for just a minute,
I
okay?
don't know.
Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I've been to the Hall of Presidents. That's freaking scary shit. Really is. Nightmare
Yeah.
fuel. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep.
That's definitely nightmare fuel.
Second Walt Disney World Orlando. I feel like I might have been there. I don't know. I know I went to Disney World when I was like 7 years old. So I don't really know for sure. But like I said, I think I was there. Dear God.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience, Silver.
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
So what we're reading here? Okay, so Hall of Presents. Yeah, it's still open for
Yep.
2 days through the new Princess Property. Oh, okay. Arian.
So it seems that we've had a lurker in the chat, and I didn't know. Not gonna name who it is, though. But if he's still listening, you're more than welcome to chat. You know, don't be shy.
Yeah.
In Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's never going anywhere.
Hmm.
But they don't look real.
right.
And they move. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's from like Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid because it used to freak me out.
I loved it.
I don't know.
I loved it at Chuck E. Cheese. But
Chuck E.
then,
Cheese was
like, the
nightmare
wax
fuel.
figures, though, are different.
Oh, they look so real.
That's the
It's
problem.
weird.
They look too lifelike.
Yeah.
I always expect one to, like, stand up and walk away.
Yeah. Mannequins in stores, stuff like
Yeah, that
that.
don't
Like,
bother me.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herb Baumeister.
Herb Baumeister.
Now, in the case of pediophobia, the phobic object is dolls, which may include human-like dolls or stuffed toys. Like most phobias, pediophobia can cause an array of mental and physical symptoms that include racing heart or increased heart rate, sweating, hot flashes or chills, shaking or trembling, shortness of breath, choking feelings, chest pain, upset stomach, nausea or vomiting, feeling dizzy or faint, and even feelings of dread or doom.
Wow. I have
Upset stomach, diarrhea,
to...
no problem.
Pepto.
Pepto, baby.
I don't know, because like when I see like the wax museums, if I were to pick something that it'd be more like upset stomach and nausea. It just makes me like feel weird. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't really get any of those feelings. I just get that feeling of like, this thing's going to get me.
Like, oh God.
But I don't get like, I don't know. I don't get any of those symptoms, honestly.
I don't know. It gives me like a pit in my stomach. I guess.
Just get a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Now, specific phobias affect more than 9% of adults in the United States. Thinking about or seeing a doll can cause severe anxiety symptoms to someone with pediophobia, even if they know that the fear is irrational. Now, the island of dolls is located off the famous canals of Xochimilco in the southern part of Mexico City, where motorless human-powered boats known as trajineras.
That's it. That sounds good.
Little boats, brightly painted and often named, are propelled by a pole down the canal. So like
Kind of like you see in like Italy or
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Mexico City was originally an island in a volcanic caldera lake surrounded by the Sierra Madre Mountains. The Aztec Empire was the first to start developing the area, building a system of man-made islands called chinampas and a canal system for farmers to navigate them. So they are basically, there's a bunch of little canals with a bunch of little islands, and they would farm these islands. And I believe the canals
cool.
the water from the canals would keep everything.
And there is
watered.
an
I don't know.
Aztec.
That's pretty cool though. Like very genius to grow.
It's very,
Like you live elsewhere, but like you travel to the farms via the water, but it's all near water. So it's like perfect. I don't know.
it's very like,
Yeah.
what do they call it? The chain of lakes or whatever, like down in Florida.
Yeah.
But smaller.
Okay.
So it's like that.
There's an
Mhm.
Aztec
After
pyramid.
the Aztecs were
of how
defeated in the
Mexicans-
Spanish-Aztec War, much of the chinampas were filled in and turned into the basis of the city that exists today. Except for the most southern end of Mexico City in Xochimilco, where the chinampas and canal
Xochimilco.
system still exist, an integral part of local life and are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So I believe that's like a like a historic site, but on
Okay.
on like a world level.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
At times, the neighborhood was also used as shelter for Mexican revolutionaries and religious practitioners who may have fallen out of favor. Some of them ended up killed or drowned in these canals.
Mm.
Quote, during the time of Cortez, many people fled here to Xochimilco and hid on the canals. A lot of these people were women and children hiding from the conquistadors, and many women killed themselves rather than be caught. Now, the island of dolls was, for centuries, and it was a place to disappear.
Mm. Wow.
This-
Okay.
I don't dive too far into the, because like it's easy to dive far into American history because it
Right.
doesn't go back that far. This goes way back, so it
Yeah.
would be way too hard to like deep dive onto the history of this place. But just know that lots and lots of bad things happened here, and lots of people died here.
I could only imagine.
It was bad.
I
So
don't want to, but
Yeah, it was terrible.
yeah.
Yes. So
Most of
I
the
just wanna
ghostly
mention-
legends find their
Yeah, I just want to mention real quickly. So basically, how Mexico City came to be is the Aztecs had created a pyramid called Teotihuacan. And from Teotihuacan, they had established a village and an Aztec, place to live and everything. And from the very canals that they used, some which were man-made and some which had already been there when they first moved into the region, those canals were life. And this is an interesting fact. When Arizona was becoming a state back in the United States, they took some of the ideas that the Aztecs had for how they created canals to feed livestock, to feed their crops, to feed the people. And they got that idea to bring water from what was known as then, before it was known as the Colorado River, and they would take those canals and build them purposefully so that they could transport the water to those farming areas in the agriculture. So a lot of what the Aztecs did with early canals and such was patented and used later. So yes, it's a beautiful city. I'd love to go see it someday. I would if I got a chance.
Mm,
Yeah.
like, as a person, for me, oh, I don't think Steve even knows this. It just dawned on me as we're talking about history, that
Mhm.
I'm also going to be creating a history podcast
Yay.
that has to do with different types of, like, each topic will have its own season. Like Vikings would have their own season, like learning all about their language, how they survive, all that good stuff of what they wore, of why they did what they did. And then Rome, I think, was another one. And then CC suggested Native American, so that's
Nice.
gonna be one
Nice.
of them.
Yeah.
Also, my mother came in to talk about fucking someone. Work is driving me nuts because there's some person that literally makes me want to choke him. It's not even just me, it's her too. It's
Okay.
like I cannot fathom of the fact that this kid is older than me, but it's stupid.
Oh, that's crazy.
We got word that so last cycle of my job, one of the sets that we had to do was a milk set.
Really?
That set was brutal.
Wow.
Well, for one thing, he left one fucking rack empty in the milk door. For no fucking reason at all. When we
Right.
specifically told him not to, and he did it anyway.
Oh.
Well, last Thursday, we were in the Weymouth store. Apparently, we got word that the entire milk set is incorrect, except I'm gonna assume except for the last door. And I say that because I did the last door of that fucking milk set Thursday, knowing I know it's correct. But the fact that this fucking kid can't seem to do anything correct, they were like, yeah, we just had to fix the entire fucking set. We can't have this kid. Oh, clearly this kid can't do anything. Right. Well, she just came in to tell me, that one of the sets that this kid did today, I guess some equipment or some shit like that came in for it, and nothing was done about it.
Wow.
So tomorrow we're now gonna have to fucking look to see if the shit is actually there.
Wow.
Hey,
Are you gonna fire this kid?
First it was about this swampy ass girl that I was training. Thank God she's no longer on the fucking team. She's on a different team. Thank God. I
Thank
can't
God.
handle her for another fucking week.
No.
But this kid, right, has been like, I don't understand, right?
Right.
He's so good at certain sets. Although he lied to my mother this morning,
What?
right in her face.
Wait a second.
He,
If somebody's lying to you on your job, and that your mom is the boss, right? So
oh
if this
no, she's not like the boss. She's just the lead of the team.
lead of the
But we
team,
are supposed to have our supervisor come in to have a little chit chat with him.
I
Don't
think
think.
so.
Well, here's the thing. I already know. She already knows. Some of us already know how this is gonna go. That
Fucking
even if he gets a little chit chat with our fucking buddy supervisor, nothing's gonna get changed. I already know it's not gonna get fucking changed. But he lied to her right in her fucking face because she gave him a first or frozen rack door, which is just like, if you go into a grocery store, there's just like this one door of like, I don't know, that's got juice in it or frozen stuff in it. At the end of like the frozen aisle or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She gave him to do that. And she's like, oh, are you done with the frozen door? He goes, yeah, it's done. But then she overheard that whoever was over there fucking told him that the door was already done. So technically he didn't do shit and
He
just
didn't.
lied to her in the face.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this kid, I cannot.
Stand.
I cannot. He was helping someone on their set earlier, and he came to me while I'm trying to clean up with my set, and he's like, do you know where your mom is? You have her fucking phone number. Why the fuck are you asking me? I
Yeah,
get
right.
that it was your buddy that asked the first time. I get it. But you know, you have her fucking phone number. He went to her car to talk with her. I'm like, really? Really, dude?
Really?
So then he's like, he's doing the set. She comes over after he just did the entire little section, and he, like, there was one hole on a shelf that had no tag and no product. Like,
What?
dude, what the yeah, and he written like freaking, I don't know, 10 fucking tags. Like, dude, are you blind and fucking deaf?
And stupid?
All of the above, clearly. Fuck.
Obviously, his brains are not in the right place. What he's doing.
He's in his 30s.
Oh God, even worse.
Yeah, I'm fucking not even. Well, I'm halfway there to my 30s. And yet I'm a lot fucking more faster and smarter than his dumbass.
Shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? He really makes me want to choke him out. For
Like
real.
here, neck, hands.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because he said something Thursday that I was like, There was no, like, since my mother was sick, I was the only one that was actually able to be there. But,
Right.
like, our supervisor didn't come in,
Yeah.
and, no one came in to cover, so I had to do what I knew what was best and everything. He
Wow.
comes in, he's like, oh, where's your mom? I said, oh, she's not here today because she's sick. And then, not too long ago, he goes, as he's walking away, he goes, oh, so she just dropped you off and left? Fucking,
Yeah.
are you deaf? Because I fucking told you she is sick, she can't fucking stay. Literally, I'm gonna smack you upside the fucking head in the store, like right the fucking out in front of everyone at this point. So then, as he's walking away, or actually when he asked me that question,
Yeah.
he gave me like a mad ass attitude look. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna fucking get it from me, I swear to God. So then I'm in the milk set with him, doing the last door for him. He's asking me questions that he fucking already knows the answers to. And I'm like, dude, for one thing, I don't know if we're gonna, be out for the entire week of next week, so why the fuck are you asking me that? And it's like, do you want me to punch you in the fucking face? Because I will do it without hesitation.
Or punch him in the gut or something. Because
Like,
obviously he's being anal. He's being stupid. Okay,
it's so dumb because the last time he had an attitude with me when he had to apparently help with the cheese reset. I told him, hey, very nicely, just letting you know you are with me in blah 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 on the cheese set. He's like, I know your mother texted me. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. He has had a problem with me for quite a long time, and I don't know why. But also the fact of what he did last time is still not okay, because I feel like that's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I'm slower than your daughter? Oh, you do not say that to someone who's a mother. Because she will fight
Just
you.
go. Yeah, you
She
just
will fucking fight you.
Oh yeah, she'll kick your
He's
butt.
got a fucking death wish. I swear to God, he's got
He
a
does
fucking
have a death wish. It sounds like it for sure. For
And
sure.
he wonders
know
why
what?
no one wants to work with him.
Well, I can understand. You know what I would do in his case? I'd just say I'm going to walk away. I'll just quit and leave. I think he should because he's going to get in deep shit. Well, he already is, but he's going to get it worse.
Oh, it's funny because he was supposed to get talked about that before, and he fucking never did. But
Wow.
I know for a fact that our supervisor said to my mother, oh, well, you gotta talk to him. Like, if you really want to stay on this team, you gotta, blah, 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 this. That's gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna do shit. Ever since that motherfucker's brother got into something, not gonna say on stream, which he kind of deserves, to be honest with you, he's been acting like a little fucking asshole.
Sounds like it.
It's like, dude, you wonder why your brother, who is like not even or about to be fucking 20 years old, smarter than you and faster than you and everything, doesn't want to fucking do a set with you. because you're
Right.
slow and you're fucking dumb. You're like, we all want to choke you to death.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I think you should just
can't.
walk away and go away. And
That's why.
if he's not smart enough to realize that he's bringing down the process of your job, and that he's bullshitting around and not doing crap, the man needs to go. Okay, it's plain and
Oh
simple.
yeah, no, I know, and it's funny because here's another thing, right? This entire fucking company, Steve. Now you know how I really am. When it comes to certain things, this entire fucking company is going downhill. They're picking up people off the fucking streets. The girl that smelled like swamp ass for the past 4 fucking full ass weeks
Yeah.
came from Florida. Yeah, not saying that. I'm not saying that Florida's, a bad state or anything, but like, what the fuck is she doing that she's gotta smell like swamp ass for the fucking 4 ass full weeks? And she got a paper handed to her about the hygiene policy, and she had a little attitude and still didn't fix herself. So now I feel sorry for the poor people that now had to deal with her.
And have to
I
smell
feel
her
bad.
every day, and smell her every day as she walks in the freaking place. And, oh God, no.
Like, I cannot. And it's like this, like I said before, this entire company is just They're, like I said, they're picking up people off the fucking streets because we were training someone, and then come to find out they were becoming or fixing to be our fucking lead before my mother became lead. And I was like, the fuck? Not cool. But like, this company sucks. That's why I don't recommend doing fucking retail with this company at all. They clearly don't give a fuck about their employees at all.
No, it's
Like,
obvious.
the poor 19-year-old, right? He couldn't work for almost 2 full weeks last cycle. Why? Because this fucking company just automatically, after he's been on the team for a while, and probably a lot longer from a different team, they're like, oh, well, we need proof that you were born here. Where the fuck did you think he was born? In fucking China?
Yeah,
Like,
or some other country. Yeah.
I feel bad for the kid because he didn't
Right,
get paid
yeah.
for freaking 2 full ass years at one point.
Right.
And now they're going after him of like, oh, now we need proof of that you were born in the United States. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he speaks clear, fluent motherfucking English. First of all. Second of all, he's 19. He comes from the same fucking family with a stupid one, and then the other one in somewhere else. And it's like, the fuck? This company is so fucking dumb. And there's been so many lawsuits going after this company. Like, I can't tell you how many lead captains we actually went through. More
Yes.
than I've been on, but like my mother can tell you fucking story upon story upon story. Like, there's a team out there. I'm not even joking you when I fucking say this. There's a team out there that's, I mean, I really hate to really say this because, well, the lead of this team is named Steve. But he's worse than, actually, my uncle can be a better fucking lead team than where the fuck this dude is, right? So This guy runs a team that has people that are about 65-year-olds, 70-year-olds, and they're freaking like they're there until 4 o'clock. They're mad slow. And I'm just like, oh dear God, because my coworker got onto that team to help with something, and he was the only young one.
Wow.
I was like, this poor motherfucker. But like, I don't know why people choose this job. For one thing, if you're not gonna fucking clean your goddamn self. Second of all, why choose a job if you're just gonna be a dickhead? Like, there's
Right.
no reason for that at all. We're supposed to be a team to help each other out, not tear each other apart.
Correct.
Like, everyone else on the team, we get along so fine. It's just fucking the dumb one that we can't. Like, my mother, as an example, since she's the lead of the team, she will write out to the entire group about certain things that was told to her from our supervisor,
Or her own supervisor.
and yeah, and the way she says it is like exactly on point. Like, we already fucking know how this person is. Like, last time she said, hey, just want to let you all know to make sure that everyone's on their, dress code policy, where the fuck. Because some little bitch ass went to blah 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 bitch ass who's like a fucking man child. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Doesn't fucking surprise me none. It's like the fuck. We
Yeah.
literally have grocery managers who act like man children. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is crazy. If you wanna get back to the podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I
And
appreciate you telling me all about that.
when
That's
the
a
Spanish conqueror Hernan Cortez visited the Aztec land, his first visit was actually friendly. He even got a tour around the area, but when he returned from Spain the second time, he actually returned with an army.
Oh.
Now, he slaughtered everyone who was in the way and plundered villages. He wiped out most of the Aztec population, not just town. He wiped out most of the population.
What? But why?
Because they were conquerors. That's what they did.
Cool, bro.
That's
Like,
what they
what?
did. I mean, it happened all the time back then.
Wow.
Now, more than 30,000 bodies were dumped into
Yeah.
these canals. Many
Yeah.
believe that this opened a paranormal pathway, allowing evil entities to travel from their dimension into ours. 30,000 bodies. I'm sure those rivers ran red.
Oh my God. That is horrible.
It's dark.
That is absolutely awful.
It's dark.
Wow.
Now, during the day, the canals literally buzz with activity. But after dark, locals they all avoid these waters. They say evil and demonic creatures lurk under the surface. Most feared are the Nahuales. Yeah, I'm struggling today. Dark entities who can disguise themselves as animals such as fish and black leopards, and they wait beneath the surface to take the lives and souls of unexpected travelers.
My God.
They have really cool sounding demons, though.
Yeah, right?
That's pretty rad.
I should have phoned a friend for phonetics on this episode.
Yeah, you could have helped me out a little bit.
I didn't realize there was so much.
You asked me to do a Mexican place. Did you not think there were going to be Spanish things in here?
I mean, yeah, but
They are hard.
I don't know.
And I'm so white.
Me too.
I am Irish and Native American, dude. I have no chance at this.
Oh, I'm literally just all
White.
European.
Yeah, it's Swedish princess over here. Locals also believe other dark entities haunt the waters, entities that can change into black-eyed little girls.
Oh, God.
Now, they try to lure victims into the water to drown them. Victims of these entities are never found.
That reminds me of what's the the lady's name who goes and looks for her child?
Oh, well, hold on. Just hold that thought.
Okay.
Another spirit who roams the grounds near the canals is that of La Llorona.
La Llorona.
I know that one.
Buh, I
Yeah,
can't
you
even say
messed
it.
that up. You try to be super on with that one.
I was reading
La
it. There's
Llorona,
12
yeah.
together.
Yeah, that's
My mouth
Llorona.
was like,
La Llorona.
La Llorona.
Yeah.
This is a woman who is in desperate search of her children. Legend says she killed her own children first, but now cries and weeps for them. Locals fear the canals at nighttime and don't feel comfortable talking about them.
Mhm.
So there you go. It
Yeah.
sounds like that because boom, there she is. She's here.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
know. I
Is it her children that are the little black-eyed children? in the
I
water?
doubt that because there's a whole legend around her and her children. But I was just thinking, I have heard the original story of La Llorona.
Mhm.
Did it happen here? Did it happen in this spot?
I don't know.
I wish I would have thought of that when I was writing that, or when I was putting all this together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
we own
didn't,
the
and
movie
now I'm
The Curse
wondering. I
of
wonder
La
where that
Llorona.
actually took
We
place.
own it
Because
I can look it up.
based on true
there
story.
it does supposedly take place in a specific location.
Right. I'd love to know.
All right, you look that up while I read.
Okay.
Now, this small island is adorned with thousands of old, tattered dolls hanging from trees and scattered across the landscape. The dolls on the island vary in size, age, and condition. Some are missing limbs, while others have decaying features, contributing to the eerie atmosphere. The
Would you live
story
there,
of
Silver?
La Isla de las Muertes.
I'm sorry.
Would you
what?
live there? Would
Fuck
you live-
no.
I
Like
know.
it,
Be able to drag Suzanne over there. No way. And I don't know those dolls. No way.
it's so bad that like it still reminds me of when my grandmother had that like 4 or 5 foot doll of me for some fucking reason, and she would literally just put it in the room I'm sleeping in on purpose. And I'm like, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna take you by the head, turn you around, and make you stare at the wall. Cause I ain't fucking having you mini me, apparently, staring at me in my sleep. Fuck no.
No way. You ain't watching me. I'm just talking
No.
back to the corner somewhere.
It's so mad creepy just because I think before that thing even existed, one of my grandmother's cats, who
Right.
barely, mind you, barely would come into the room while I'm asleep anyway. But like I felt something was wrong. And I
Okay.
felt like little fucking footsteps on top of me. I'm like, what the fuck
No.
is this?
No.
So I
Yeah.
peeked up and it was one of the cats just sat right the fuck on top of me, stared at me.
Oh,
And I'm like,
look what
hi?
Steve just said. No. Oh yeah,
Hold on,
that's not
hold
nightmare
on.
fuel, Steve. Come on now. Don't say that. That's not cool.
Fuck no. I will punch that thing in the fucking face. Here's another thing about that doll. The hair
Yeah.
started to disintegrate after I don't know how many years.
Wow.
So, like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what the fuck she did with the doll. I really don't like that. Better sleep with one. Hey, I'm gonna start acting like Sunlink who sleeps with both eyes open somehow. I don't know how
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck he does
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
he's from Finland, so you know he does some weird ass shit.
Uh,
Sorry.
I just gotta say,
Sorry.
Steve, if I ever came across the stuffed doll that looked like me or Suzanne, that thing, I'm burning it. It's gone. Yeah, no, that would remind me of like some voodoo shit. I would not. No, no. Yeah,
Fuck
no,
no. I'm
yeah.
gonna be like Sammy to the point where the first time that Sammy has said something to me about paranormal was
Wow.
at the old place. I used to have like a little Arctic Fox plush behind me,
Yeah.
and he's like, I swear to fucking God, if
Excuse me.
I see that thing start walking forward, turn its head, look at me, and then turn its head again and continue to walk, that he would drop on his fucking knees. I'm just like,
Oh.
a little dramatic, but okay. But no, doll though is made out of fucking plastic like those other dolls that are being hung. Okay, I do not like it. All right, fuck no. If
Oh
it's
yeah.
fucking waiting for me, I will fucking be so prepared to punch it in the face without
Why didn't
hesitation.
you? Why don't you just do what I said I'd do to my? If I had a similar, set fire to it, and burn it, throw it away somewhere.
Oh, so we want to try to go back to fucking Annabelle the doll? No. Fuck no.
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 Okay.
You're gonna have to drug me in order to be a fucking near a living
Oh
possessed
boy.
doll
Oh
like
boy.
that. Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Well, have you seen that? Before we go back to the podcast, there, quick. Have you seen the real life? What the real life? You know. Damn it. What Annabelle? Have you seen what the real life Annabelle looks like? It's like one of
I
those
do, and I
Raggedy
do
Ann
not
dolls
like
that
it.
like, yeah,
It's
scary
not
shit.
even just her, it's fucking Robert the doll too. Don't get me
Robert
wrong,
the
I
doll
have
too. Yeah,
mad
yeah.
respect for Robert the doll though. More than
Oh
I
no,
do Annabelle.
if I saw Robert the doll, I'd have tons of respect for that doll
For
sitting in
real.
the in the chair. Yeah. Oh
Creepy,
yeah.
but I do have respect for him. But for Annabelle, no, she can go fuck herself. Fuck
Well,
her.
she can't get at you as long as she's protected by, you know,
Oh, I'm
dogs
always
and everything.
protected. So
Yeah, Zaffis runs that now. He after the both the yeah, the place there. It's no longer open to the public, I guess, right, babe? Zaffis. But he, after
Zach
both the
Baggins.
no, not Zach Bagans. No, he still has his place
Oh,
outside
the
of Las
museum.
Vegas.
Oh, I
Yes,
thought
the
he
museum that's out
sold
there.
that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's messed up. No, that's a messed up place. It's evil. Some people
Yeah,
said that
yeah.
even the devil himself hangs out there during the
Fuck
summer.
that.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, I know where I'm not going anywhere near that. No, but yeah, right. Hello, hello.
Fuck that.
Um, no, but I mean the ones that did The Conjuring. Uh, you know,
Oh, okay.
well, now they're both
Ed and
gone.
Lorraine.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, so
No.
Lorraine, Warren, and Ed. Well, Ed died before Lorraine. Lorraine
Well,
just
yeah.
recently passed away. Right. So their relative, their relation, Zaphis, is still running the house, which has Annabelle in it, the real Annabelle, all of that in there. But now it's all closed off to the public. They won't even let anyone go in there anymore. So it's just too haunted. Too There's a lot of things in there that people, and every single day, remember, every couple days or every single day, they have to go in and have a priest use holy water on Annabelle and the real Annabelle and all this.
Yep, yep, yep.
Oh shit!
I
No,
do
no,
know
no,
about
no,
that.
no. Anyway, go ahead. If you want to go back to the podcast, there's so
Yep.
yeah,
I want to get sober and done with.
yeah, right, right.
When the Island of the Dolls is intimately entwined with the story of Don Julian Santana Barrera, a native. I will never let you influence me to do an episode again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Of Xochimilco. I know what it is if I stop and think about it, but if I don't and I try to keep reading, it really throws me off.
Okay.
It can also
I'm
be
sorry.
pronounced
Borough of
Xochimilco.
Mexico City. And Don
Xochimilco.
Julian left his wife and family sometime in the mid 20th century to sequester himself on an island on Techuelo Lake. This was in the 50s, I believe, where he left his family behind and went and moved on this island.
Wow.
Yeah. His reason for doing so are hazy at best, but soon became clear. Santana Barrera was not necessarily of sound mind. He wasn't all there. Not long after relocating, he made a chilling discovery on the shores of his island, the body of a young girl drowned in the lake. Now, a doll came floating down the canal shortly afterward, changing the course of Santana Barrera's life and the shape of the island for years to come.
Uh-oh.
Did you find it?
I did. So it is the Venezuelan area.
Oh, well, we're not even close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Not even close.
yeah, it said Mexico in the first one I read, and then there was something that says
Don't-
the real story.
Don't Venezuelans don't they speak Portuguese?
I'm
A lot of South
I'm not
America, a lot of
sure.
South America speaks Portuguese. I know that.
But I saw Mexico. But
I only
then
know that because of the Portuguese people in my family.
Venezuela.
I saw Mexico, but then I looked up the
Yeah.
real story, and it said Venezuelan. So
Maybe it's just a Spanish legend in general.
probably.
Now, alone on the island, Barrera took the doll and hung it from a tree to appease the spirit of the deceased girl. But, at least in the eyes of the man who now considered himself the island's caretaker, the one doll was not enough. For the next 50 years, Santana Barrera would scrounge dolls from the trash and from the canals and hung them from the island's many trees. Some he'd hang whole, others in various states of disrepair, headless, torsoless, or taken apart in other ways. The offerings hang from branches, wires, and fences, while others have been cruelly nailed right into the tree trunks. A couple lay actually face down in the dirt as if they died mid-crawl, trying to escape the horrors of La Isla de las Muñecas. Island of the Dolls.
Why?
Because it's
I'm gonna assume that Megan probably now regrets. Probably regrets doing this episode. I can tell by the look on her face. Oh, fuck. The fact that there was one doll that just, like, really threw me off that looks like a fucking rabbit. Why?
Yeah.
Why is it every other doll that we've seen was human except for one so far? The fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna copy and I'll put it in the chat there of what this is. This is the one he was talking about in the video there. I'll post it right here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and Barrera, right? Barrera is Barrera. Steve, right? Collecting all the dolls. So it's Isla de las Muñecas. You have to really pronounce the N because that has a tilde on it. That's what they call it, a tilde. It's a tilde. That's how it is. So it's Isla de las Muñecas. Yeah, you did pretty good there, Steve. And the the Joshimilco. Yes,
Alright,
yeah,
no
that was
problem.
good. That was good. Yeah. Oh, you gotta go, sir? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, take care, Steve. Well, we're watching the end of it there for you. It's really good. It
Yep.
looks really good. You did a good job. Both of you did. Yeah. Especially you, sir.
That fucking look, though. I
I
can't.
know, right? She always has that look. That look.
She's like, what the fuck?
Naked. It's like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Right?
come again?
I don't know.
It's
Nobody knows.
But why?
Nobody
That's
knows.
Super weird thing to pick.
One person knows. Santana Barrera.
Yeah.
Over time, the entire island became a bizarre shrine dedicated to this lost soul. So this whole island is full of dolls because of the spirit of one little girl.
Yeah.
That he says he found. He
Hmm.
found her body and then it disappeared and a doll floated up or floated down the canal in place. Very creepy.
Super weird.
Now, Don, I'm sure it's Don Julian. I keep saying Julian because I'm white. Don Julian also kept his cabin filled with dolls, which he dressed in headdresses, sunglasses, and other accoutrements. Although most people were afraid of the island, Don Julian saw the dolls as beautiful protectors, and he welcomed visitors whom he would actually show around, charging a small fee for taking photos.
I mean, make money off it. Sure, why
Which
not?
is crazy because to get out there now costs an arm and a leg.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it
it's-
costs way more now.
Oh, it's
historic now.
There's quite a, but it was historic then.
I
This
mean,
is in
yeah,
2001. This isn't in 1975.
I get it.
So I mean, the legend of the island, it's already here, and he was just letting anybody come on. I think it was more of like he wanted people to come see his shrine to
Right.
the girl.
Like, look what I did.
I feel like he might have thought it appeased the spirit of the girl in some way.
I would assume so.
It's hard to say.
Because I mean, he supposedly found the girl, and then all of a sudden there was a doll in her place.
Mhm.
So why not give her all the dolls?
And
So-
I've seen pictures of this guy, and by all accounts, he looks like a normal old guy.
Hmm.
He doesn't
Interesting.
even look like he would have been, off his rocker or anything. So it looks pretty normal.
Right.
Now, in 2001, Barrera's nephew came to the island to help his uncle. As they fished in the canal, Barrera, then 80 years old, sang passionately, claiming that the mermaids in the water were calling for him. His nephew ended up leaving briefly, and upon his return, found Barrera dead from a heart attack, face down in the canal, in the same spot where the girl was said to have drowned. And after Barrera's death, his family opened the island to the public as a tourist attraction.
Wow.
So he died where she was found.
That's crazy. Like,
That's
did he
crazy.
know and like went there, or
Oh, he knew.
that's weird?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had an inkling of an idea that he was,
It was time.
it was time.
Yeah.
Some people, they have that.
Yeah.
It's the same reason. I'm not trying to compare people to dogs, but it's the same reason dogs will just walk off into the woods one day and never come
Right.
back.
Right.
Yeah, same thing. Now, in the last 2 decades, boat tours in Mexico City have popped up to take visitors to the island of the dolls. Though Barrera saw his collection as an assortment of beautiful protectors, a fair number of tourists find the island bizarre and terrifying. And I'm one of them.
I'm sure.
I'm one of them.
Because creepy.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I don't like it.
I don't really like dolls in the
I freaking hate dolls.
I'm not like on
Hate
your
'em.
level.
I don't like them.
But like if I saw pieces and bits and stuff like hanging from tree, like that's a little
We could do a
weird.
little tour. We'll go by Island of Dolls, and then we'll go over to Clown Hotel.
No.
Now, the creepy atmosphere sets in during the boat ride, which is part of a 4-hour round trip that costs roughly $75.
4 hours of it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
No.
Now, though the excursion begins with a winding ride through lush greenery and chirping birds, the growing amount of lily pads slow the boat down as the island draws closer. From pelicans and kingfishers to egrets and plenty of water snake species, the ride showcases the beauty at the heart of the jungle until the island appears. For professional photographer Cindy Vasco on the website allthat'sinteresting.com, La Isla de las Muñecas, is it Muñecas? Muñecas? The island
It looks
of
like
the dolls.
Muñecas.
I know. The island of the dolls was, quote, the creepiest place she ever visited.
Mm.
Quote, at the end of the journey, the boat, I'm not even saying this word, the boat turned along a bend in the waterway, and I was struck by a surreal vision of hundreds, maybe thousands of dolls hanging from trees on the tiny island. Now, it continues to draw curious visitors from around the world. In addition to the hundreds of dolls, the grounds hosts 3 huts and a small museum with articles from local newspapers about the island and Barrera. In the one-room hut Barrera slept in, the very first doll he collected is displayed, as well as Augustinita, his favorite doll, and the only one on the island that is actually named.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Although the island has become a tourist attraction, it all started because Barrera made his home alone on a scrap of isolated land. Some say that when he died, his spirit joined the others that supposedly haunt the island of the dolls.
Mm. I mean, if he put that much love and effort into it,
I mean, it's
I could
possible.
see.
It's
Yeah.
possible. Locals claim that the dolls come to life at night, possessed by the spirits of the dead. They say the dolls whisper, whistle, move their limbs, and turn their heads on their own accord, hoping to lure the curious to a watery death
Hold on.
in the island's canals. And others say it's just the wind. It's
Mm-mm.
creepy.
No.
Allegedly, when Zach Baggins and his Ghost Adventures crew visited the Erie Island, one of the dolls started talking with its mechanical voice. It had clearly been up for many years, so the batteries must have been dead for a while. I remember that episode, and I actually
too.
remember this happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it is creepy, actually.
It is very creepy.
You know why? Because it's an older episode.
When it was way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty trash now.
Mm.
Either way, they say it is wise to offer the dolls as a gift as soon as you set foot on the island. Who knows? If you don't, you could meet the same fate as Don Julian Santana Barrera. With a place as legendary as this, it would be a shame to not deep dive into what travelers think about it. The stories are great, but that's just what they are. They're stories. What do everyday people, either sightseeing or looking for a thrill, have to say about it? Well, we took to the internet to find out, because that literally is the end of the story,
Oh, okay.
right?
So the guy lived there, found a girl, then a doll, and then he decorated.
Possibly.
Okay.
I mean,
fair.
listen, there is one more paragraph to this.
Okay.
I
I'll
left
be
it.
waiting.
I left it for the end.
Okay.
It's quite a twist.
Oh God.
It's quite a twist. But yeah, that's the story of Island of the Dolls. Now, I'm going to get into this, but don't get your hope up.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you know.
Just my one hope. My one hope up.
I said hopes.
No, you didn't.
Shut up. In November 2016 on TripAdvisor.com, I can't speak today. In November 2016 on TripAdvisor.com, someone named Jennifer S. wrote, quote, "We rented a boat and floated to the Island of the Dolls. On the way, we saw the Top Chef for Mexico on their boat, and they filmed some of the show at a replica Island of the Doll." That's another thing. There's a bunch of replicas out there.
Oh, weird.
That's another thing I forgot to mention.
Like, you want more of that?
Well,
No.
it's to get tourists to go out there.
I get it, but I mean, once enough.
I know, but now you aren't allowed on the island anymore. An elderly man met our boat at the entrance and told us the story. You could see onto the island, and through the fence, you could see the island and the dolls. Very creepy in a fun way. I was thrilled to finally see a place I had seen on ghost shows so many times. Be careful to negotiate your price and the time you want to spend, or you could get the grand tour and pay a lot more.
Oh,
We had a picnic lunch with us, plenty of water, and a jacket. The boats are covered and have a table and chairs. It was a fun 2-hour trip to the island and a relaxing 2-hour trip back. Go in the middle of the week for less crowded waterways. Great photo ops all along the way, end quote.
Okay. So it was a cool little trip.
4 hours in a boat, though.
It's a long time.
I mean, and we're not talking about like a fun motorized boat.
Right.
I mean, this could be better. I don't know, but
I love how she said they just like floated there. I hope you didn't actually just float there, because I mean, if it's a guided waterway, maybe, but like you could just end up somewhere else.
no, it's,
You know what I mean?
I don't know if there's like too much of a current and stuff happening here,
I don't know.
because
It's
these are,
just- it'd
you got
be
to
interesting.
these are man-made.
Mhm.
You know, these are man-made
Right.
canals. So I don't honestly know how that works
Hmm.
in man-made waterways, but
Weird.
I can't imagine they're too powerful if somebody's pushing you with a pole there and back,
Right.
because you'd have to fight the current one way or another.
Gondolas. That's what it.
Yeah.
That's the name I was thinking of earlier.
Good job.
Thank you.
In October 2015 on TripAdvisor.com, someone named Zoe M wrote, quote, "This really is a must-do. There were only 4 people in my group, and we hired a boat between us, technically after closing time, just as the sun was starting to set. In many ways, it was reminiscent of an opening scene from a horror film. A group of friends with tacos and beer going to a remote haunted island with no telephone signal, in the dark. The canals are beautiful, and the journey was truly serene. You really need to allow around 4 hours for the trip, and when you get on the boat to when you get back. It literally cannot be rushed. We were greeted at the island by a distant relative of the man the story revolves around. As my Spanish is poor, I relied on my Mexican boyfriend to translate. You really need to either speak Spanish or have someone with you who does. The island, wow. By the time we arrived, it was pitch black and we were the only visitors. It is packed with dolls in various stages of decay and displayed in numerous disturbing ways. It is both beautiful and unnerving. Also, there was a cat, which is always a bonus in my book.
Kitty.
I was delighted to discover there are toilets on the island. Beer and tacos, remember? But be aware that there are no lights. If you're going at night, take a torch. It will also help with setting up creepy photos. The only downside is that I was absolutely bitten to pieces by mosquitoes because I'm a fool who didn't think about using repellent. Don't make the same mistake. Whilst I'm sure blood-soaked swollen legs is a delightful look, it did slightly take the edge off of what was an otherwise astounding outing. Go.
Wow. Okay.
Swollen bloody legs. Gross.
I think she may have been alluding that she was needing to go number 2 on the island.
I mean,
Tacos and beer.
that's the way I took it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
It's pretty funny though.
It's funny.
I could not imagine
Yeah.
number twoing on an island full of dolls in the middle of the night with no lights.
No,
Tacos and
I
beer
definitely
have
wouldn't want to go at
do
night.
I
cost
hate that.
runs.
I mean, I'd
Yeah,
want to be like
don't
on
go
the
much
water
further
at
And you
than
night,
can
that.
think
maybe, but
Mexico is like they have like lots of gnarly spiders and snakes and
Oh, yeah.
stuff, and you're going in the bathroom at night.
no,
No, man,
No.
forget that.
nope,
In the dark,
nope.
I love it. Love to see it. In September 2015 on TripAdvisor.com, someone named Daniel Henryson wrote, quote, "This is just creepy. On our peaceful way to the river, we see this small island with creepy dolls. I just thought my last minutes of life were counted. After I survived this experience, I thought it was kind of cool and an interesting place." End quote.
Awesome. Good
I-
little
I
trip. Got it.
I feel like that's how I would feel. Like
Yeah.
I'm about to die here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I
You're
mean,
like, this is terrifying. And
Yeah.
I'm going to die of heart attack.
or somebody's there is going to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's
Absolutely.
super creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in one last review in June 2022 on TripAdvisor.com from someone named Gabriella wrote, and I'm going to tell you, I picked this one because this sums up the majority of reviews that I found.
Okay.
Majority. Think about that as I read this.
Hmm.
If I could give this place a 0, I would. As a massive horror fan, I was deeply disappointed with this place. Don't come here unless you have a Mexican friend to back you up. They sold us a 4-hour trip to the Island of the Dolls for 2,000 pesos, knowing that the original island was closed. From what we understood via Google Translate, the original island hasn't been open for a while, and then took us to a fake one. So not only did they waste 4 hours of my life, but I also paid 2,000 pesos for something I didn't even want to see. That is
Oh, my God.
that is a good summarization of the majority of the reviews. Normally, these places we look at will have like 4.5 stars. This one
Right.
barely has 3.
Oh, my God. I wonder if it's a lot of like people who don't speak Spanish and they just try to take advantage.
Yeah, yes. It's.
Or,
Do you remember when we went to the Bahamas?
oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Like they know you're a tourist and they're
Right.
gonna try to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
A lot of poorer countries will do that.
Mm,
Because people got to eat.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, but still.
But
like,
this
come on.
this is pretty much the majority of what I read.
Wow.
And the fact that I don't know if you noticed, but all right, so this one's in 2022,
Mhm.
and it seemed like up until about 2016 you could go on there, but then you couldn't. But people are still selling you trips to go out there, even though you can't go out there.
That's rude. Very rude.
So
I mean,
and I
Hustling.
also no paranormal stories, and I looked on every like trip website I could find. I could find nothing.
Mm.
So I don't know.
wah, wah, wah.
Now today, the story of the Island of the Dolls has become a tourist attraction. I'm not saying that word again. I'm not doing it. La Isla de las Muñecas. Do I sound sexy when I say it? No. Okay. Where tourists can visit the island and see the 1,500 dolls Barrera hung throughout the small island. The hut he built for himself also adorned with dolls, and finally, a small shrine he created for the original doll he found. Now, many paranormal investigators have made the 4-hour trip to spend the night and claim to have caught proof of spirits roaming the haunted island. Claims of dolls moving or laughing having been caught on camera while no batteries were found in them, along with voices sounding like young girls caught on tape, are a common occurrence. Now, a twist to the end of this haunted story. Barrera's own family claims the body of the young girl he found in the canals was never there. They claimed he imagined the whole thing.
Stop. Stop.
What a twist. What a twist for the end of
Wow. It always like amazes me. Like these places pop up on these like super haunted and like you dig in and find like the real stories and stuff behind it. And like you went a little above and beyond than the things that I could just like pull up on Google really quick. But I don't know.
this. So here's
Some things turn out way better.
it-
And some things you're like, wow.
the summarization
okay.
of this is, wow, we who don't really understand the island, anybody besides Barrera who doesn't understand the island
Mhm.
looks at it as a creepy, because it's creepy.
Oh, yeah.
But to Barrera, it was the opposite. It
Mm.
was a beautiful shrine in his
Right.
eyes to the spirit of a little girl that he couldn't save.
Mm.
So it's all really in the eye of the beholder with this one. It's not what we think it is. It's not what all of us think it is. It's something that it looks creepy, but that's not what it was to this guy. To this guy, it was a giant, beautiful shrine.
Yeah. And it is very, very creepy.
Super creepy.
But for him, it was a very sweet tribute to
That's
what
exa-
he thought
That's exactly what it was.
was a thing.
Yep.
So cool.
But I mean, so we've always been told, oh, this place is so haunted and there's spirits
Yeah.
and it's evil. But then we find out that
You can't find anything.
it's not even that we can't even find anything. That doesn't really bother me. His own family says that he imagined the whole thing.
Like,
His own family.
yeah, he was crazy.
And we're not talking about some distant relative. We're talking about family members who, like, they were out there helping him on, like, they know him.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's weird, right?
That's super weird.
Oh, good. Then I have to ask you this.
Is it real?
Well, Megan,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the hold on, let me set this up right. When it comes to La Isla de las Monecas, I probably sound like the whitest dude right now. What do you think? Do you think it's haunted?
If you would have asked me before this, I probably would have said maybe, but now I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I don't. I think this was something this guy dreamed up and just kind of ran with it and did what he thought was right for what he thought was true.
Okay.
And I think the family coming out about it says a lot. Now, is it a great tourist attraction? Is it great money for the area? Absolutely.
Not anymore because you can't go on there, but
Is it haunted? No, I don't think so. So what about you?
also if you would have asked me before this, I would have said yes. But here's my thing. I do believe Mr. Barrera saw a little girl.
Mm.
I just don't believe anybody else would have been able to see her. I don't think it's haunted, but I think to him it was.
I'm not doubting him at all whatsoever.
And that's the thing is like, this is different than what we would normally see. I don't think anybody's actually faking anything here or anything like that. This wasn't a made up story because to him, it was real.
Right.
But it's only to him. And for that reason, I just don't think it's haunted. I think we've all viewed this island in a much different way than it was ever intended.
Absolutely. Now that I know like what it was actually intended for,
Yeah.
creepy as it may be,
It kind of makes me feel bad
it does. Yes.
because this man dedicated his life and he was mentally unstable.
Yeah.
And-
100%.
But this was his way of, I don't know, making his life beautiful. And we've all just kind of stared at it like, well, this dude is nuts and creepy,
Mhm. But he
and
was
it's
really
really-
sweet.
obviously.
Yeah.
And like there were no claims that like he was a bad man or anything. Like
Right.
everybody said he was a great guy.
Mhm.
He was just, he was out there. And it's just sad that what he left behind that he viewed as something so beautiful and it's his legacy. Now everybody looks at and is like, oh, look how ugly and creepy it is.
Mm,
So it's sad, but
it is sad.
I don't think it's haunted.
I
I
don't
don't.
either.
And yeah, so that's Island of the Dead Dolls.
Island of the Dolls.
I'm calling it Island of the Dead Dolls because when I looked up all my information,
Mhm.
that is what Mexico City calls it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm calling it
I mean, fair.
because that's where it's at. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Where can
Well,
they find us?
They can find us on Instagram at @forthebooze_podcast and on Facebook at For the Booze.
That's right. You can also find us on X at For the Booze. You can find us here on YouTube at For the Booze, and you can find us over on TikTok at For the Booze. And don't forget, it's Patreon time.
Patreons.
And we got to thank our just the most lovely people,
Mm,
the most lovely people.
beautiful people.
And it's Halloween time, so I'm gonna give them Halloweeny type names.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
We have Jen, the Count Kim.
Ooh.
Oh, you like that, huh? You like that one?
That's a good one.
Yeah, you like that one. We have Tina, the Murderous Madat.
Ooh.
Ooh, right? I don't know why everybody's turning into killers for this one. I don't know where this is coming from. And those are our top level. Those are our the decision makers. I had to think about my own. I set the Patreon up. Jeez,
Wow.
what's wrong with me?
Wow.
And then for our producers, we have Joe, the malevolent, the monster, the marauder, Mattern.
Ooh,
Yeah, I like it.
you're doing much better this week.
I know. I've been thinking about it.
Of course you have.
Well, dude, I struggled so hard last week, and you
So
just
bad.
stared at me like you made me feel bad.
You did this.
And we have Teresa. Oh my gosh, it's a ghost O'Donnell. Oh, I know. It's very spooky.
Yeah.
She's not, though. She's lovely.
It's spooky season.
You
The
know,
temperature outside is changing, and I am so
I know.
so excited.
yeah. And if
Oh
you,
my goodness.
if you would like to join the ranks of these amazing people, come check us out /forthebooze.com or for the booze _ podcast over on Patreon.
That's right.
You get an extra podcast. What's that podcast called?
That is called Behind the Booze.
That's right, which we usually record right after this. And you
Yeah.
get that every single week. And you also get the episodes that we put out early.
That's
So-
right. And
and you get to hang out with us.
Behind the Boozes, a little hangout sesh.
Yeah, you get
We
to
just kind of read
Well,
you ghost
and I
stories.
talk to everybody on there. Like, as long as they talk to me, I will talk to them. Yeah, those are our people. So
It's fun time over there.
it is lovely. And if you are a podcast listener or a watcher of this and you'd like to help us out, please 5 stars, rate and review anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
That's right. And like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
That's right. You get the history and mystery behind it all.
What he said.
That's right. I like how we switched up. All right.
I've been pushing it forever, and you've said no.
Let's go and take us out of this thing.
Well, thank you, everybody, so much for listening. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
There's no way I'm ever visiting that island.
No.
Okay, I don't like the sound that just came in at the end of that. That was creepy as fuck.
That is creepy, especially if you've got dull, the auditory dolls, the ones that still have, well, it's just like we said, here we have a clown which has an auditory thing in it, and every once in a while, out of the blue, on its own, not turned on, anything, it'll play Small World from Walt Disney. Creepy
Well-
as fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We had to throw it back in here with the elf on the shelf. Yeah, no. You do not want those two things out here. It's too
No.
open.
definitely not.
It's too open to the spirits we already have in this apartment. So it's no. Creepy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mhm.
he's bad enough. I showed you guys Freddy, the flamingo. He's bad enough. I can control him. She can't. I can too. But the other two, no. No way. I will not let them out of there. They're in their own prison. They're trapped. Yeah. I mentioned it in the chat there. I do believe Santana Barrera, that is usually how it's pronounced, story. I do. I believe him. I'm sad that his family doesn't believe in him. But I know before he died, he was so set on doing what the dolls themselves, their creepy voices going in his ear all the time, asking him to decorate the island as such. And I believe him. I do. There is a lot of deceased souls in that area, as I told you. At one time, the canals. Well, this is the thing. When Cortez and his group came into Teotihuacan, which was the main hub of the Aztec Empire there, they slaughtered just about everyone, even the priests and the shamans. Now, don't forget, the Mayans and the Aztecs, along with a few other tribes in the heart of Mexico, did conduct sacrificial, ceremonies on the tops of their pyramids.
rituals and stuff like
Yes,
that.
rituals, right, rituals. They did. Okay. For seasonal reasons, okay, most of the time. If they felt like if they could sacrifice like a virgin of their tribe or some other warrior in their tribe, it would help with the seasons, with the seasonal, so that you would have more crops maybe one season than another, and so on and so forth. And that's how a lot of the ritual sacrifices were conducted. So when the conquistadors came through there, and they saw how bloody it was and everything else, They just went and said these are abominations and they need to be destroyed. That's why they went in there and killed so many of them, so many of the natives of the land. It's very sad. It is. It's very sad.
And,
Very sad stories. Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I'm with Steve on that one. Of I do not want to go into that fucking island. If someone wants to go on that island and is gonna try to drag my fat ass over there, gotta
No.
drag me first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it ain't fucking happening.
Shoshimikil. Or Shoshimilko. Right. Right. Yeah. No. No, because
No.
I'm glad it's closed. Actually, I think both of us are glad it's closed off. Yeah, you couldn't drag me there. Not for
Yeah.
all the tea in
Fuck no.
China, all the money in the world. No fucking way. Excuse my language, sorry. But yeah,
Oh, no,
you
you're good.
could not do that. There's no way. I believe it is haunted. Like I said, I believe Santana. I believe him. I do. I don't know about his family, but I believe him because he seems that he was a very sincere farmer. Remember, a very sincere Mexican farmer. He's not a stupid person. He's pretty smart. He knew how to take care of his crops agriculturally and everything. So he's not a dumb person. But when he realized what's going on with the island and how to build it and everything, and I think that Zach Baggins, I don't care what they say about the guy, he's evil. And whatever he brings to a place, whenever he goes ghost busting or whatever, he brings a piece of his evil into that location. And then it all goes to shit. So, it's real. It's real. The guy is messing with things he doesn't. Okay, so Zach Baggins, this is really not a rant against him, but I will say this much. He is messing with things that he truly thinks he understands, but he doesn't. And that
Uh,
means the afterlife. That means any poltergeist, any spirits, any lost souls that are still out there. He doesn't know what he's doing. He has no clue. So if there are people that still follow this man, I'm sorry for you. I really am. I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. This guy is not a good person. He is not. Um, but of course, like I said, that being said, you know, to be an honest person here, I just say, yeah, do what you want, but hey, just know that one of these days, Zach, you're going to push it too far, and then that, right,
mm,
from the spirit world, yes. So, hey, you're pushing it. You are. You're this close. Okay. Yeah. Not good. Not good. But anyway, but it's not about Zach. I would rate this a
mm,
very high. Yeah, I'd give it about an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very good podcast, and I think a lot of you will enjoy it too. You really will. Says a lot about the area, but now YouTube does have a lot of the ghost busting mystery channels that you see on YouTube. Um, I believe, yeah, even in Search of, which had uh, Leonard Nimoy, did do an article on this too.
mm,
The island itself when it first started. Yeah, it's creepy. It is, and there is a lot of back history to it. A lot of slaughtering of innocents and everything. So yeah, it gives you terrible vibes when you're there. A lot of people have attested to that. So maybe there's most that don't believe, but there are some that say when they get there, it's like it immediately hits your brain. It's like, well, it's like when Suzanne and I, just going back to Jerome Hotel for a moment, when we walked in there, you could feel the uneasiness. You could feel it, and it was just like it hits you like a ton of bricks. It's like a tidal wave. It just goes and whooshes over you. So when you're in a haunted space, you know it's real because you feel it personally. That it just hits you. Um, it's scary. It is scary as hell. Um, but since we're God fearing people, and since my wife is a beautiful minister as well, a real certified minister, she knows what to do to get rid of the spirits that get to the point where they're going to get nasty. And we make sure we get rid of those spirits, uh, in the right way. Uh, help them move on, right? A lot of them are lost souls that have not been able to move on in the afterlife to the next level. And that's what it takes, is to realize that if you have a spirit in your home that's freaking the heck out of you, you can find a way to peacefully and politely be able to allow that spirit to move on. There are ways to do it without going all exorcist and everything on. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, I can do my own things because, well, in a lot of my experiences when it comes to, well, paranormal, I apparently had the power to do certain things that I didn't know that I had until I tried it at someone else's place for to help them and everything, and it worked.
right.
So therefore, I can do whatever my brain's trying to fucking say. Coming out my mouth here. Um, I have a full on, well, on the box it says witchcraft, but technically it's like a whole kit of, herbs, sage, and all that good stuff.
Yes.
A pendant, whatever else was in there. Um, I would really love to bring that out. But also, like, well, I do have a Witch Oracle card deck. I
Uh,
have another one that I'm not gonna use in the home. I have a rune one. I have like so many things that has to do with like my
with the
spiritual stuff.
paranormal. And you have a spirit box too, right? You said you have
Yep.
some of those
So I
items.
have really good experience when it comes to a lot of these things, especially tarot card readings. Um, I never really, not that I didn't understand them. I just never believed in them for quite a while until I actually ended up doing a lot of them. And yeah, they are actually quite real. So,
They are quite real. And there is documented proof that uh, the witch trials that happened in Salem, Massachusetts were
yep,
real. They
yep,
really did it. Yeah.
yeah.
And um, there is a past life experience that Suzanne and I went through. I was one of the ministers at that time during the Salem witch trials. I do
Hmm.
have a past life that is connected to that area. And she was one of the ladies that really liked me, but they accused her of being a witch.
Oh shit.
And all I remember in my past life experience was that I saw her burned to the stake, literally. And me as a minister took my own life. I could not stand to see her die. So then I took my own life. And that was one of my
Hmm.
past lives. It's not pleasant. It's something that every once in a while I'm sleeping and it hits me in my subconscious. It comes back to me. And
Yeah.
it scares the shit out of me. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it really does. Yeah, it's a terrible nightmare. I get it every once in a while. So I know
Yeah.
it's from my past life.
I really
Yeah,
don't blame you because I think I've had a few of them that not really was a past life thing. It
yeah,
was more on like whatever knows of my abilities that is trying to get a hold of me,
trying to
or
reach
went
you.
through
Yeah,
someone else,
yeah,
is, showing me around certain things.
yeah.
Like, it's really fascinating, but at the same time, it's like, what the fuck? Um,
It's extremely scary. There are instances where Suzanne and I, when we're together and we're out there, we come across what we call a dark soul. It literally is a person that
right.
you can look at and look right through them, and they're dark. You can't see any light from them. You can't see anything. It is so freaking scary. And like I said, she can see more of it. She has that seer mentality of hers.
Yep.
Me, I feel them. I'm emotional. When I feel their darkness come close, I freak the crap out. I do. But she sees them. She can see them a lot clearer than I can, and it's freaky. And I'm just like, you don't want to be anywhere near those dark souls. If you see them, avoid them at all costs. I mean, we've seen them across the street. We've seen them on buses. We've seen them on, buildings, all sorts of things, even walking right by you. You do not want to be anywhere near them. Just saying.
Oh
If you
yeah.
have that mentality and you can see them, yeah, avoid them. Do it,
Oh
please.
yeah, no, I
Just to
know.
save your soul.
It's
I'm just telling you. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's
no.
scary.
What's really more fascinating about, like, to me, to be honest with you, that I've noticed over the years that I've done before and I never really thought about it in any kind of way, that if I get into like specific position or something, I can easily like get into some trance of into some dimension, and I can go into whatever it is. I can see things, even though it's like pitch black, and I
Of
know
course.
what's there, but I also will be able to come back with
You'll
no
be able to come
problem.
back. That's good.
So it's like the fact that I can do that really says, am I part witch? Like, I feel like I am.
If you are, Silver, it's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, no, I
Bad
know. I
thing at
know that
all.
there's a lot of good witches. Um, there was
Actually,
actually.
Actually, Wiccans are beneficial to Christians and vice versa. Christians and Wiccans all care about nature. They care about the environment. They care about what happens in situation um,
Mm,
where religion and science all come together, and ecology, agriculture, important things that keep life on this planet. And when they're all in conflict, when they all start to mess with each other, it's a dangerous time. And I've already said this once to some friends. I have said we are in dark times right now. Things are coming together and they're colliding together, and I can't say it's good.
right.
But I can't say it's evil, right? I'm just saying that there is a moment in time we're approaching right now, and I don't know what it is myself, but I know that Suzanne knows. She knows that there are dark times ahead. We have to be ready. We have to be ready. We're
Yeah.
just we it's like the Boys and Girl Scouts always say, be prepared. We have to be prepared. There is something coming down the pike, and we just got to be ready for it. Just have no idea. I mean, it's just it is scary. It is scary. And I want to say this without all undue modesty. I know that Suzanne, myself, and Silver are all attuned to this. We know what's happening, and we just have to let the people that are of an open mind, to let you know
Mm.
there is something happening. And for those that have a closed mind, wake up, wake up, because it's a scary world out there. Obviously, obviously. I When I get nervous, I start giggling and some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Like,
That's what I do. But
I
to
know someone who went to. Okay, here's a crazy fucking story, actually.
okay, all right, go ahead.
So there's a I don't know if a lot of you have ever listened to a band called Godsmack.
I
Um,
I like
yeah,
Godsmack.
they're from Boston.
Yeah,
The lead singer of Godsmack is named Sully Erna.
Sully Erna.
Now,
Yeah,
here's a
I
little
know him. I know him.
story about
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He went to Salem to learn to be a good witch, practically.
Okay.
And he's not the only one that went there.
Mhm.
Someone that I know of that's technically kind of part of this family also went there. They were in the same class.
Wow.
So it's funny because I spoke to Sully before. He was like, "Oh yeah, let blah blah blah, n- know that you know I hope he's doing well or whatever the fuck." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, awkward." Because he's like, he was my number one favorite band. Um,
Wow.
but it's like now I don't know, his music is just getting weird. But if you ever listen to the band, the official music video of Voodoo is literally of him in the entire Witch Salem class with
Yeah.
the teacher in it too. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's the only way to play that video. So I have it downloaded.
Yeah.
The only way you play that video, and I know that Sully told me this once or twice. He says the only time you should play it is Halloween, and if you play it if you play it during Halloween time, play it once and one time only. Don't play it again, because all it does
Mm,
is it you delve. Because when you see it, okay, when you see the video, it's freaky
mhm.
enough. I mean, it freaks the shit out
It
of you. It really
definitely
does.
freaked me out.
If you're not used to it, I'm just saying images, right? But I mean haunted images. But when you see it and you listen to it, yeah, okay. So I took his advice. I said, hey, look, I tell him, hey, I have it. I will only play it the one time. When it comes to Halloween, I'll just play it one time, that's it. Then I won't bring it up again. Yeah, because
Mm,
it makes no sense. I mean, it's just, yeah. It's one of those videos that maybe it does have a curse, perhaps. Whether that's a good or bad, I don't know. But I just I don't play it very often. No, once in a great while because it does exist. I love Godsmack music. I Stand Alone. They did
yep.
for Scorpion King, all this other stuff. Yeah, great music. I'm Alive and all this other stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
it's good music. Yeah, yeah,
It's really interesting, but like when it comes to the paranormal realm, like I said before, I
yeah,
practically grew up with this,
yeah.
and most of it I didn't know had anything to do with like me having a gift or anything like that up until a certain age, and I'm like, oh shit, now I understand. So I'm like trying to learn more into it to get more used to it in a way. Um, but like I learn more things at a time. So like as far as seeing things, um, which is gonna fucking be weird to a lot of people. I mean,
I
maybe
agree.
not. That every single time I close my eyes, even just for like a second, I can easily see a face and I
Yeah,
can remember that face. Sometimes I will draw that face down if I have to.
yeah.
But there's a lot of times like I've been around in a lot of paranormal. How I used to live literally right across the street from a fucking cemetery.
Oh,
Um,
I took Suzanne to a local cemetery where one of our extended family members passed away.
mm,
Um, we went and saw her wake in a mausoleum style location there as part of that cemetery, and I took her there. It is freaky as hell. I'll never go there ever again. I used to walk. What I used to do is I used to walk home when I go to the bar, whenever it was very close by, and I would walk home. And every time, I swear to you, that I would walk by that cemetery, it freaked the heck out of me.
mm.
And I'm a pretty easy person to scare. She is not, I am. So yeah. So I avoided walking by there at any cost. Um, but anyway, my friend Gorilla is now running his emergency fundraiser, Miss
Yeah,
Silver. So
well, that's fine.
I must beg and beg your uh, said I need to go to
Yeah,
be
no,
there
that's
for our
fine.
friends. Okay, but I do want to say before I leave, please share this channel of Silver, like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bells so that you'll be notified of all of her future streams, as well as her webcams and everything that she does with drawing and everything. Silver is very multi-talented. She is a sister to us, to our family, to our extended family. So please be kind to her, treat her well. And like I said, if you guys and gals love this, and you want more, and you want the two of us to do more of this, please let us know. You can reach her on her Viking Silver Wolf channel, also Beyond the Shadows channel here, and you can reach me on and Suzanne on Mikey Sue's Fort channel, and leave some comments there in the community section of each of our channels, and let us know, and we'll do more of these. And Steve and Megan, thank you for the Booze podcast, for allowing us to review them. We love you guys, and hope that everything goes well with you guys there and wherever you are. And yeah, do you have anything else to add, Silver?
No, not at the moment. It'll probably pop in.
Okay. Well, I better get going. So, take care, everyone, and have a great evening. Have a great rest of the week. Um, don't forget that Silver does a lot of great streams during the week, so check those out and make sure that you check out our Mikey Zeus 4 channel for the webcams and reviews I do of different series. And then on Fridays, I do what we call Mikey Movie Mayhem, which usually starts right after my friend Gorilla does his Walton stream. And we just talk about different movies. And this week we'll be covering Star Trek 6 The Undiscovered Country. So make sure you check that out. That'll be at 11 p.m. Eastern. We're on the same time, Silver and I, and then 10 o'clock in the Central. So, yeah, it's great. Alrighty. So take care, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again, Silver. I feel honored and blessed when you always allow me to be up here with you. So,
No
thank you.
problem.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Oh boy. First of all, was not expecting my other channel to be named out. So now you know my other channel name. Now that I have a second job, there will be a schedule as far as both the Ghost channel and my main channels. I do have to admit that I stream on both, technically, 2 different platforms. On my main channels, a lot of the times, not just YouTube, but Twitch as well, because I don't have a lot of people that only have YouTube, so they have Twitch as well, which I'm fine with. It's up to them. Not really gonna judge them for who they are, because I have one fucker named CC, aka Captain Greybeard, who's saying that Twitch is for kids. Fucking weirdo. Which, to be honest with you, it is not. I am, although affiliated on Twitch, so if you want to follow me there, go for it. It's the same name as my YouTube, Viking Silver Wolf. I hate the fact that I'm even saying my main channel name on my Ghost channel. I don't normally would do that. But you know what? Fuck it, why not? I'm already above 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which I think ever since that has happened, something happened. I'm just like, well, now it's kind of dead. Kind of. I try to at least stream as much as I really can to, well, not only keep it going, but entertain people and do something else. Also, well, I think it had to do something with the Twitch side. I have great people on my main channel, except for one person. Still don't know how I feel about it. About them, to be honest. Fuck. This was a very long stream. And I know we were stalling for almost an hour. That was my intention, except for the other half of it that some of you might know of. Yeah. I also only do. There are times I only do YouTube on my main channels if I'm doing. Well, Steve, if you're still listening, live cooking streams. Because yes, I cook. I have not been able to really do a hell a lot of it recently. Not gonna say why on stream. Still annoying the fuck out of me though. I don't even know when I will be doing another one. Probably not for a fucking while. Probably not until if I have like vacation or something. I don't know. Something like that. I know, speaking of fucking Twitch, it just dawned on me that this year I think is my third, possibly fourth year on Twitch. Coming up this December, because I got affiliated like 2 days before fucking Christmas. Thanks to, well, kind of a group of people, except they just instantly left. Yeah, I don't know. I may or may not have an idea as far as like Halloween stream, because the only idea I have for right now has to do on my main channels is me playing a horror game that I have found. I've played a horror game before, which, to be honest, was actually a pretty good one. Not saying that it didn't scare me. I jumped a little, to be honest. But, it was actually a pretty good game. I highly recommend it to people. I think if I remember correctly, it's on Steam, called, Dead Inside Prologue. Something like that, or no. Not Dead Inside, Evil Inside is what I fucking meant. I don't know what the other games, as far as horror goes, I'm gonna try something new on the main channel, if I can. Don't know how well that's gonna work, but like I said earlier, I am gonna create a history podcast. So those of you that are into history, but also don't want to listen to the boring, unnecessary history, my podcast would be just that, as far as it's actually the ones that are good and not the boring ones. It's like my choosing, but it's, I'm gonna try and make it interesting. I already have a name for it too. It's called Echoes of Eras. I'm in the middle of creating. I meant digitalizing. The logo for it. Once again, thanks to Captain Graybeard. I cannot with the fucking name. Who wants to kind of help by teaching us a little bit about his ancestry to Leif Erikson, which is still fascinating. And look, whatever the fuck it was earlier decided to come back. Great. Fuck, there's something else. I'm probably just gonna schedule wow, that's fucking English. The history one, possibly on only Sundays. Now that, like I said, I'm working during the week with my second job, I'm more than likely to have my channels scheduled to Mondays and Fridays. And if I can stream after my second fucking job, it would probably maybe only have to be on my main channel. Because, well, for the Ghost channel, it might be a little late. Too late, rather. I'm gonna try to figure that out, because I'd never had really much of a schedule for quite a fucking long time. Some of you that know my main channel, I've been doing that channel for about 7 fucking years. And all these 7 fucking years have I ever had a schedule? Nope. Now I'm gonna have to. I still appreciate to the Trusty Ape, who is technically my co-host of this channel. If it wasn't for him, this channel probably had been still dead. Because this channel was dead for about 4 months. He was able to bring it back to life. So there's that. I fucking have no idea what else. It's probably gonna pop in like hours later, and I'll be like, "Fuck, why did I say this?" Huh. Fucking. Yeah, I don't know about. I know I have a Twitch channel for this channel. I think I've only used it like a few times, but I don't know. I might try to bring that back up as my phone is blowing the fuck up. What the actual hell just happened? Okay, that was weird. Oh god. One of my friends is drunk on Twitch. Great. So, I'm not gonna go babysit his ass. He's old enough. As long as he's not gonna be constantly drunk like he did before, I'm perfectly fine with that. I would love to have other people come up as far as like interviews. Like I said before, I would really love to have Beardo Get Scared up on panel to interview. Like that would be fucking awesome. Like I've been watching some of his videos lately in little shorts and whatnot. He's pretty fucking good. I know that there's one that you want me to watch too. I'll get around to it, don't worry. Please don't yell at me. I don't know, I feel like there's some other things that I do want to change up a little bit on this channel, because it seems like we're just doing literally just reviewing episodes now. It used to be other things, and now it's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can try to think on something possibly for this channel. Because since I've only been doing YouTube on the Vikings have a wolf. Once again, that I just do what normally comes to me and just the way I feel because, like I said, I had no schedule for that channel for 7 fucking years. Meaning, I just did what I did just to, love of it and whatever it came to mind. Didn't really technically have a plan, even though it's more of a variety channel. So I do different things like taste testings. Because, yes, I do live taste testings, and I haven't done that in a while. I think the last one I did was probably me taste testing fucking Australian stuff. Thanks to Sammy on that. Other than that, like, it's been, like, a good ass while. Yeah. That's all I've got for now. I also gotta figure out what the fuck to say at each end. New. So, yeah. I don't know. I would love to have a different, well, not necessarily a different backdrop, but I would really love to have this backdrop, like, more behind me. I can't, because I have no room. This bed is literally against the actual wall. It may look like it's not, but it is. So I can't do shit about it. Unless I have a desk. That is. I really do need, like, a different way of my setup. Because it's driving me fucking nuts, for one thing. Another thing is, when it comes to my main channels, I don't normally tell a lot of people of how I am when it comes to certain things, because like I said before, it's been pretty tamed. But very recently I had a pretty fun weekend, thanks to some moron. So now I feel like he's scared to even reply at all. And that's, I received, what? Are you just listening? Scared the shit out of me, bro. I'm fucking dead. I might actually just have to say that. Thank you very much. Just fucking randomly. Fuck. Very, very recently over the weekend, I had someone just randomly comment on a short, and they were trying to, I don't know, try to get something out of me, but they failed. When it comes to my main channels, because it's written in my about section, is I'm a sarcastic ass person. Don't test me. I will roast your ass if I have to. If you're gonna try to come at me, I'll come at you back with comebacks. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And it was very entertaining. This dude literally tried so hard to come at me. He completely failed. I wasn't even mad at what he was trying to do. I laughed at his face in text, more likely, and just, like, I don't know. said something similar what he tried to say to me, but like back at him, but like far more worse. I don't know. I still find it fucking hilarious. But yeah, when it says that in my bio, that does not mean try to fucking come at me, bro. Like, the hell? I'm so used to of these things happening that I just brush it off like, dude, it's fucking getting old. Grow the fuck up, you know? I've had some of that here as well, but it's more on my main channel. Do I care? No. I give 0 fucks. I will say half the time is I will give 0 fucks. But like I've had so many fucking people try to get at me, and it's like, dude, what are you fucking 2? Like Jesus Christ. I do appreciate for someone's little comment here, by the way. Didn't know you were still listening. Good to know that you are, though. Other than that, probably gonna have to wrap it up here, as if I fucking keep on ranting, I might as well just never sleep. Period. As what I should probably be saying is, keep your mind open, but not so open that your brain falls out at the end. Or, well, yeah, something like that. I'll work on that. And I'll see you guys probably Friday. See ya. I was cooked on the wrong fucking button before ending the stream. So that tells you something.